Hey, what's happening, gamers? Welcome back to Kwingsletsplays and the continuation of LEGO Marvel Superheroes. Walkthrough part 29, Time to Save Stan Lee, again and again. How's everybody doing? Sorry about the delay, but I've been kind of like out of it. I'm just not, I'm not sleeping well these days. Or I'm sleeping too much these days, or one or the other.
Your mug upstairs, dude.
Is there it's a Santa or penguin mug in the not the hamper, the thing that washes dishes?
The washing dishes.
Yeah, that thing. I'm gonna get some chai tea, but I'm not making it. Amber's gonna make it. Please, please and thank you. So yeah, we're going to the thing in the game. So how's everybody doing dodging Spider-Man spoilers? It's all over the place. Yeah, as long as it's clean. It is clean. Okay, so we're doing Stan Lee. And things are moving around. Halo is at 10 o'clock. Jacob's ultimate stream for Mario Baseball, whatever, is at 8. Did I just say 8 o'clock twice? I might have. And then Halo is at 10-ish. So Halo will be a little bit later because I'm not capable of doing Halo just yet. I need time to recuperate things. Let's just call this gold bricks. But yeah, hopefully you guys are having a great evening. Be very, very careful of spoilers. It's all over the place. So, you know, good luck. Good luck. Because you will have things spoiled just by going on Google for things that have nothing to do with Spider-Man, like me. I mean, I thankfully already knew a lot about the plot anyway, so it wasn't really a spoiler for me, but I was just kind of like, huh. I was researching something about DC News, and, like, it was all over the place. I was just like, well, that doesn't have anything to do with DC, but okay. It's like, what? Sure, why not? That's weird. Oh my gosh. Okay, Archangel. Let's fly down with something. We're gonna do that. Where is my little... Ah, there it is. There's my airplane thing. We're gonna summon Cyclops, because Cyclops can fly stuff. You know what? No, Wolverine's a better pilot than Cyclops. There we go. Although technically, Cyclops is the guy who, you know, flies the Blackbird, so... more or less. Yeah, but if people are trying to avoid spoilers, just be conscious of that, people, because, you know, some people don't want to know stuff, so just like be cool, I guess. Be kind. Don't spoil things for people if they don't want to know. I just find it interesting that the X-Jet, seriously? Oh yeah. Da 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 da. Wait, that's not the Blackbird. Oh wait, no, yes it is. It was blue in the cartoon. There we go. That is the X-Jet. Very nice. But it's supposed to be blue. That's the X-Men theme for those of you who've just woken up like me. I'm a little scatterbrained. And I will say this, people were asking me, are you excited about the Gotham Knight show? No, because it's made by the Batwoman writers, so it's going to be a dumpster fire. If I was excited about the Gotham Knight show, it would be handled by competent writers, and it's handled by incompetent people, so it's going to be terrible. Just like the Darkwing Duck show is handled by Seth Rogen now, so that's going to be terrible. I have expectations very low. The X-Men show is probably going to be a hit or miss because it's half like crazy Twitter that's writing it and half original writers from the X-Men show. So the episodes that are written by the original X-Men writing staff will be good. The ones that are written from today's wackos will be dumb and stupid. So I mean, you know, you have to pick good people to write stuff or your show is going to be garbage. You can't have super opinionated people write it. So yeah, I'm terrified about the Gotham Knights thing. It's an interesting premise, but the same people that wrote Batwoman are writing it, and it's like, yeah, pass. I'm good. I would have felt better if they would have gotten the people who wrote Gotham. I would have been like, okay, the Gotham people can write Gotham Knights, but it's like the Batwoman writers. Yikes. Nope. Oh, thank you so much for the chai tea. I really appreciate that. Yay, chai tea! I'm in the Blackbird flying around. Yeah. So yeah, that's what you have to demand better, people. You have to demand excellence. Like when your shows are something you really want to see and they have terrible writers, that means the show's going to be terrible because the writing staff is what make a show good. The reason why Batman the Animated Series was good is because of the writers. The reason why X-Men the Animated Series was great is because of the writers and the voice acting and the music and the storylines. You know? Anybody can really write something really well, but they have to have the passion and they have to have the talent. They have to have the tools, they have to have the talent. And the Batwoman writers are a bunch of chimps flying poo at one another, like with slingshots. They're very bad at what they do. They should have been replaced, not given a property like Batman to write for. That's really stupid. You know? Sometimes you have to give the chimps a banana and then get someone else to write, like, you know, bring in. I would feel better with 8-year-olds writing the show than I would a bunch of like angry monkeys who just are mad at the world, you know? At least little kids have vision. You know what I mean? At least they know what they're doing. Somewhat. They could be like, well, in this episode, Damian gets a jetpack. Yeah, jetpack. You know, at least that would be interesting. It's like, in this episode, we're going to have Damian or Tim Drake talk about his feelings. And we're going to be mad at the world because, like, capitalism is terrible. You know, just all this weird stuff that they do. It's like, you're better off just getting a bunch of 5-year-olds to get together, write the show. At least it'd be more interesting, you know? Hey, why don't we bring in Toothface as a villain? Yeah, and he can rob a giant mint thingy. Like the mint. Yeah, because money in Two-Face. Yeah. You know, things like that. That would be interesting. Because at least they would be consistent in their craziness.
Okay.
Yeah. So no, I'm not super thrilled about the Gotham Knight show. I'm more excited about the Power Rangers animated movie coming to Netflix because the people writing that are actually pretty talented. So that's going to be interesting. I'm interested in what other show am I excited about? Can I just jump out of this because I don't even see anywhere I'm supposed to be. I'm just kind of flying around randomly. Oh my gosh, look at that! My
I can't wait
plane's
for
moving.
Mario Sluggers tonight. Says
Yes,
Emerald.
yes, it is Mario Sluggers by Jacob, wherever Jacob is. He's
Is
around.
Tohu an anime? I think so, Sharon.
Tohu?
An adorable, smiling little picture you have there, Sharon, with cat ears. That you look so cute, Sharon.
Oh, there's a gold brick there. Wait, no, we don't want to go there, gold brick. We want to...
Hello, Geo Evans. Hey, Brittany Luna, Irene.
Hi, Brittany.
Great to see you, Timothy. And hello, DC Nerd. Hello, great to see you, Dragon Master, Carolina. Hi, Droggle and Timmy. Great to see you, Austin. Hello, Majel.
I'm stuck.
Give me a chimp a banana. Give a chimp a banana. LOL, says Timmy.
Well, exactly. You know how they used to make. I mean, it's a '90s joke, but they would say that trained chimps or gorillas would make better writers than most writers, because you know that joke has gone all the way back to like the '90s and the '80s, and then literally in those sitcoms they would show a writing room with the actual animals, a chimp or you know a gorilla, like throwing the typewriter around, and they're like, and this is the writer's room, and you would see that. And it was funny, you know, because it showed you how bad they were. Like, so even back then they were poking fun at, like, some writers are just really bad at writing. Case in point, the Batwoman writers are exactly like that, you know, old joke from the 90s. You know, you're taking a tour of Warner Brothers, and then they take you to, and this is the writing room, and inside the room you see a bunch of animals, like, flinging poo at each other. And that's why their ratings are terrible, is because they're bad at their job. And now they're going to write Gotham Knights. So yes, I'm terrified beyond all, you know, intelligent thought, because I would honestly, I would give the keys to the Titan writers, because at least once in a while they get it right. But to give it to the Batwoman writers for the CW, why couldn't they just give it to the Superman writers? They know what they're doing. Superman and Lois people can actually write the show. You know, but no, 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 no. Let's give it to the crazies. That's gonna turn out well.
Another day of Luke saying that comic book writers aren't good at their jobs.
Oh, it's true though. Well, it depends on. Wait, do I have a brick here? Have I gotten this brick? Have I gotten this brick? No, we have not gotten this brick. Okay, we're gonna. I need a better car than this though. I need a faster car. So we're gonna park this thing. Oh, look, they actually get out of my way. They don't want to. I'm parallel parking here, with a taxi cab on the concrete.
And
Oh,
hey, Drago says I just got done with my chores. What did I miss? Nothing much, Drago.
Hey, Drago. Where's a sports car? Is there a sports car somewhere? Cause I need to drive fast. Is this considered? Ah, this is it. Stop that car! No, I need that car. I need that car to do the race. Get back here. It's super fast. Get back here. Do they stop at lights and stuff, or they just keep going? Do they? It's not stopping.
Somebody was gonna say a riddle in the chat.
It's not stop. Okay, there we go.
Brittany wanted to hear the riddle, but I don't know if somebody said the riddle. But we'll hear your riddle, whoever that was.
Yeah, riddle's good. All right. So does anybody know how to get Stan Lee to show up? Because we want to do Stan Lee stuff today. I went out of my way and found an awesome Stan Lee Lego piece picture, but I can't.
Hey, Leroy, thank you for posting the link to the newsletter.
Actually, we're gonna call this one section the X-Jet.
I'm excited for 2021 Game of the Year awards. I hope we'll have Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy, Marvel's Avenger, and Superman. Wait, 2021 Game of the Year awards?
Oh,
Oh, we just had that, I believe.
oh!
I think they just had the Game Awards, Zachary.
Yeah, we just had the Game Awards. It already happened. Race.
Yeah, we did. Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy did win something, actually. But yeah, I agree, Zachary. And great to see you, Zachary. Hope you're having a great day. Yeah,
Hey!
we Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy did win.
Best story.
Yeah, best narrative or.
They call it best narrative, but it's best story.
It's best story.
Yeah, best story and dialogue. What the heck?
Which
Where is it?
They had great dialogue.
Where is it? Okay, I got to do that again.
Hey, Ramen God. Nope, you didn't miss anything important.
Nope, just driving.
We were just driving around.
Driving.
So hopefully everyone's day is going great.
There we go. I'm driving everyone
Today
crazy.
was my nap day, so I took a nap. I didn't really get much done. The whole house still looks like it was hit by a tornado. Luke's not mad at me, though, for some reason.
I have the X-Men team in my head. No, I failed again. No, we gotta go back.
Playing as Dr. Doom.
I'm playing Dr. Doom in a convertible, yeah. Playing Dr. Doom in a convertible.
We did enjoy the Game Awards. I mean,
yeah.
we put a video of the highlights of them on this channel.
Yeah.
If you guys want to check it out.
Yeah, we did do that. Oh.
We were hoping for Ratchet and Clank and for Guardians of the Galaxy to win some awards, and Guardians of the Galaxy won. Ratchet and Clank didn't win anything.
I don't think Ratchet and Clank did win anything.
It was a great game, but
yeah.
they didn't win anything.
No.
But, some other games that won were games that I didn't get a chance to play, so I don't really know if. Also, the game that won Game of the Year was something like Just Take Two or something.
It Takes Two, yeah.
And I've never played that, but the guy seemed like he worked really hard on it, and he was super excited about winning, so.
Yeah.
Super excited.
He's a up and coming indie developer. He has a famous brother who is a movie star, or something like that. Yeah. So it was pretty cool that he won. All right, there we go. Okay, so that's done.
Oh, you're homesick but on the mend. Okay, Richard. Thank you for the super chat. So sorry that you're not feeling well.
Yeah, I believe
thanks for the super chats today, Richard.
Richard is the guy who does this Spider-Man Shattered Dimension stream, right? Is Richard that guy, or is that someone else?
I think he's one. Of,
Because I mean, if it's
Richard, I forget. Are you an ultimate or not? I'm so sorry, buddy. I'm sorry, my friend.
I think Richard is. Yeah.
I think he is.
So on the 17th of December is Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions Part 2, and it'll be on Ultimate Spider-Man because I don't want to do Noir and I don't want to do 2099. But Ultimate Spidey would be cool because, you know, Tom Holland is a younger Spider-Man, and, you know, Ultimate Spidey is younger, so.
Hi, Oinker the pig. How's it going? He is an ultimate.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah, yeah.
sorry, Richard.
So
Luke knew you were. I'm
yeah.
so sorry.
On the 17th, Richard, is your ultimate stream.
Look at this. I can't. I'm so bad. I'm sorry, Richard. And Richard actually super chatted on another stream I did earlier today, I think. Either that or it was yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you so much for the super chats, Richard, and thank you so much for being an ultimate member and keeping this channel on the air. You're amazing, Richard. Thank you so much. And we'll be keeping you in our thoughts and prayers for getting better. I'm sorry, I can't. I'm sorry, guys, that I forget sometimes.
So I was super paranoid, and I haven't done this, but I'm telling you, I wanted to, because I keep worrying about the movie theater, like I'm gonna get sick.
Oh, jeez.
So I was like, there's some seats next to it. If I buy those seats, then I don't have to worry about people sitting next to us. But then I was like, oh my gosh, it would be so expensive to... I haven't done it yet, but I've just been like, I've just been worried because if there are people who are gonna come in the theater and stuff, I'm just terrified that...
Just do it. Just buy 2 extra seats.
Yeah,
we don't care.
I was probably gonna buy the seats next to us or something. I don't know yet. I haven't decided. Cause
you know what? You're gonna feel so salty if there's nobody in the theater except for us and like one other person.
I can cancel the other tickets though. Like, probably. I don't know.
Yeah, you could cancel them.
Yeah.
You could buy them and then wait till the theater fills up and then cancel them.
Yeah. I think. I don't know.
That seems so shady to do.
I don't think the theater's gonna fill up. Like I checked again today, and
buy them, get there early, see if it's filling up.
There's a total of there's 10 people that are gonna be in the theater, and they're all spaced out. So there's nobody near us. From what I can see, I don't know. Oh, this is Ghost Rider.
Remember, Amber, says Brittany. Oh, right, the Game Awards. That's what people say.
What did Brittany want to win? Was there a certain game she wanted?
I don't know.
Ghost Rider.
Did you guys have a game you guys wanted to win? Also, who saw the indie showcase today? Because I did. And
Thank you for hosting that.
No problem.
Is this going to spill all over me and burn me?
I don't see why it would, unless you spill it all over yourself. I don't know. I can't foresee the future.
Why are you
if you poured it in your lap, then yes, it would burn you. Why would it spill all over you?
Because my hands are shaking. I'm a little clumsy right now. Okay.
Where's the delinquent lady? I don't know.
There's no Shenmue today, Ruga. It's this and then Mario and then Halo. Those are your streams. So that's it. That's all, my guy. That's all there is.
Okay, Ramen God says, I imagine Amber as Madara Uchiha because she talked about naps and Madara tried to make the world's greatest nap time. And Luke, wake up to reality, you just can't drive, LOL, says Ramen God.
Oh, okay. Alright, I see how it is. I drive fine, thank you very much.
Madara Uchiha.
We're gonna be Phil Coulson. Phil can drive. Alright, Amber, this is Ghost Rider.
What does that have to do? What
do you
win?
He's talking.
I challenge you to a rematch race. Prepare to feel the blazing sting of defeat.
So the last time we beat Ghost Rider is he crashed, and then we beat him.
Wait, I'm Madara Uchiha from Naruto?
Yeah, from Naruto.
This person likes to take naps?
I guess?
They're evil, though.
I mean, does that really matter?
Interesting.
Oh my gosh, how am I supposed... I'm not even big enough!
Should I cosplay as Madara Uchiha now to look cool?
I think you look very cool. How in the world am I supposed to beat this fool? Oh, never mind, I beat him. Actually, I don't...
Alright, cool. Thank you, Ramen God. Sounds cool to me. I like naps. Well, it makes me feel like a completely different person. When I've slept and when I haven't slept, I'm two-person personalities.
Johnny Blaze will ride again. Later, though.
I think we won.
You don't want to know where I'm going to get the fuel.
Woohoo! Check it.
Great to see you. Irene
Phil Coulson wins.
says you are a better driver than me.
That's something. Thank you, Irene.
Sora says no, Amber is Rangiku because they are both blonde.
What does that even mean?
I especially can't wait for Mario Sluggers tonight. My favorite Mario sports game, says Rollworld.
Yeah.
Awesome, Homeworld. Virtual hugs. That's great.
Yep. Everybody can thank Jacob for that. So that's...
I am good. What about you, Oinker the Pig? Says, Oinker the Pig. Oh, yeah. Good. Good, Oinker the Pig. I hope you're doing well, too. Richard says, looking forward to it. Awesome, Richard. And thank you so much for the super chat. You're amazing, Richard. Thank you so much.
Oops.
I'm ready for the unspeakable creature, Luke, says Brittany.
Unspeakable. Oh my gosh. You mean this weekend? No, I'm not ready for giant spider,
the
Brittany.
spider.
I've not slept well since that. I've had numerous spider nightmares. And yesterday, we had a spider in our house that Amber sucked up with the vacuum that I opened up the door to let Zelda up. It was big. It was the size of like a what was that? Like a nickel? No, a quarter. It's like a silver, either a quarter or a silver dollar or something. It was pretty big.
Hey, Druggle, nap time. That was a nap on his terms. I sleep when I want to, not when he wants, says Druggle.
Oh.
You tell him, Druggle.
Yep, that's how it works.
I'm excited for Gotham Knights, says Richard.
Gotham Knights, the game or the movie?
I think the game.
I hope so.
I don't know.
Yeah, game. Game is fine. Movies,
yeah,
no.
So basically, what happened was our vacuum broke. We won't say how it broke.
Mysterious circumstances.
Unless Luke wants to explain how it broke.
No.
I'm not going to talk about how it broke because I don't want to embarrass myself.
Zelda was rough with it.
We'll go with that.
We'll go with that. Alright, so I just got a shield truck.
So basically, our vacuum broke, so I feel so terrible because I was trying to save money and the vacuum broke. So I was like, that's okay. I'll get another vacuum in 6 months. Luke orders me a vacuum the next week, and I'm like, kind of upset at him because...
The same day I ordered it. It took a week for it to come.
Anyway.
Yeah. That's
3 weeks later, the vacuum is still in the box because I don't have any time to take it out of the box, and I feel bad. The other one's broken. I didn't even have time to take the other one out to the dumpster or anything. So... Zelda comes up the stairs, opens the door to the basement. There's this huge spider on the door. Luke's glaring at it, and I'm just like, oh my gosh. So literally, while Luke is staring at the spider, I sit there and I start taking the vacuum that's new out of the box, trying to quickly rip the vacuum out of the box and assemble it and plug it in fast enough to basically vacuum this huge spider. I didn't even look at the spider because it looked so scary. I don't know how big it was, but
it's pretty big.
It's officially the first thing we vacuumed.
Yeah. Is it?
But there's a lot of things that I would have rather gotten than a vacuum again, but it is my fault the vacuum broke in the first place, so I don't know what to say.
That's true. We're gonna go get a garbage truck because we can. Steal a taxi cab to do it. Oh.
Watch all the Sam Raimi Spider movies. TASM and MCU before seeing No Way Home tomorrow, says Winker the Pig.
Yeah, that's not happening. I mean we're seeing it
maybe.
on 20th. So
I've been watching a lot of clips of stuff, but yeah.
It's possible that we could see the Spider-Man movies before the 20th when we go, but
Irene wants to know how is Zelda. I didn't mean to interrupt you, sorry.
Zelda's a lot calmer today. She's right next to us right now.
Am I in the wrong hating a bully that I've hated for years, says DC Nerd?
I mean that
depends on who you
I don't have a lot
ask.
of love for my bullies from the past.
I mean, if you're asking Luke, he would probably be nice to a bully. If it was me, I wouldn't. I
wouldn't be nice to a bully.
No, I mean, I wouldn't. I mean...
I wouldn't go out of my way to, like, attack the bully, you know.
I would. I mean, I don't know. I mean, guess you can do whatever you want to, but... I mean, generally, like, no offense, like, I don't know how to explain this, but...
Careful, Amber.
Basically, when you're in kindergarten, you learn that everyone is trying their best to be a nice person. And then by the time you get to be older than kindergarten, you realize that that's not true.
Oh. Amber, look, it's Rocket. I think.
Rocket Raccoon.
He looks different. Rocket!
one of the dumpsters around here. And no, it's not because I was rummaging through them for food. Give us a hand finding it, would you, Gov?
Rocket Quest. Wait, what did he want us to do? I didn't catch that.
I have no idea what he said. I'm sorry.
Seems I dropped my energy knife in one of the dumpsters around here. And no, it's not because I was rummaging through them for food. Give us a hand finding it, would you, Gov? Man, I'm hungry.
He wants us to go through the dumpster.
Yeah, the only reason I wouldn't help a bully is because basically they're insane. They probably are gonna use you and try to keep getting free stuff from you, and then later be like, oh, you're an idiot, you helped me for free, what a moron. So, I mean, I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but I wouldn't trust them. Like, they'll pretend like they're trying to be a good person, and then they'll just kick you down and take your lunch money again, and like and then they'll like blame it on you and say somebody else, then you kick somebody else down, then they'll tell somebody that you kicked them down. Just, I would just not get involved with them at all. They're that kind of personality that they're a bully. Once a bully, always a bully. I don't believe people can really change at that point. It's very hard to change once you become a bully. Like, because you learn to get away with it, you'll never...
What if you become Bully McGuire and then you change? Like
Did he change back?
Yes, he did. Mean? He was symbioted. So...
Well, if your bully is possessed by the symbiote, then there's an exception.
There you go. See.
But if they're a regular bully, I wouldn't get anywhere near them. I would make every excuse. I would say, my rich grandmother called and she's taking me to Hawaii, so I'm sorry, I can't help you with your homework. Goodbye. Just make an excuse and leave.
Okay. Wow, Wolverine's having fun.
I can pick something else. I just want to see the ending to the game. I'm sorry, Luke. This is Brittany.
Okay. Oh, that
okay,
game.
Brittany.
No, Brittany, you're fine. I look forward to your January thing. We're going to finish it. There's only about an hour and a half left of the game. It's just terrifying, that's all.
Luke and Amber, do you wish Spider-Man No Way Home comes out on a streaming service? Yes, I do, Geos. I don't want to go to the theater.
I don't want to go to the theater. Yeah.
I don't want to see it in theaters. I don't want to be near a bunch of sweaty people. And...
No.
Last time we had somebody say something really rude to us when we were at theater.
Yeah, And
I really wanted to like get into an argument with the guy, like, excuse me, you're wrong about this. But I was like, I don't want to get into a fight in the middle of this theater, so we just left and we went somewhere else.
Yeah.
No, we didn't. We sat there next to the jerk the whole time because we couldn't move our seat. Yeah, what were you going to say?
I still see how the future is going to work. Like, more and more streaming things are going to be happening. I think we're witnessing kind of the end of like traditional theaters as we knew them, which I'm totally fine with because I'm not a super fan of movie theaters anymore anyway. Like, I love being able to get the experience doing something else. Wait, did we win? Mission accomplished? Is it done or no? Ow, I got run over, jerk. No, we didn't win it. We didn't, whatever it is, it didn't happen.
Yeah, you're right, Emerald. I was gonna do this one, but I was in the wrong area. I was trying to do it by area. So I did, on my stream, I was in this area, and I did talk to Rocket, but I didn't do the quest because I was in the wrong area.
Well, I've look at this. I'm really good at completing stuff, so I mean,
Dragon Master says, if I see someone bullying, it's officially my problem, not as much to deal with the bully to protect the victim.
Yeah, the only way I would help a bully is if the bully's in mortal danger. Or, like,
I mean, you don't have to kill them, but you don't have to save them either.
Batman Begins. Batman Begins mentality.
There's no rule. Like, you could just pretend you're reaching out.
All right. Thank you, Amber. Oh, my gosh. Why did we get a dump truck from Rocket? That doesn't make any sense. So does anybody know why the Stan Lee icons aren't activating? Like, we have 38 out of 50 Stan Lees. Why is Stan Lee not, why is he not showing up? Does anybody know what's happening with that? Because we kind of want to get the rest of the Stan Lee stuff, and he's not showing up for whatever reason. which is kind of weird. I don't know if we did something wrong or what, but I guess we can go back to the helicarrier and see what happened. Maybe we missed Stanley in something.
I'm not gonna kill you, but I won't have to save you. LOL. Thanks, Brittany and Dragon Master and DC Nerd. Thanks, guys. Oh, your mom was in the theater and there was watching Toy Story 4 and there were teenagers being mean. I had a time when I think I should have done something and I didn't do anything when I was in the movie theater. And I had an opportunity to stand up for someone and I didn't. And I think if I ever did that again, I would just stand up for them. But I think I might have gotten... Actually, I don't think I would have gotten beat up because they were two old ladies. Of course, they can be really mean.
Old ladies in purses, you can't, you know...
I can tell you what happened. Basically, there was a grandmother with her 3 grandchildren. Mm-hmm. And we were watching something like Paddington Bear or something.
Oh my gosh, yep, definitely violence.
And then, like, there were 2 old women... without kids watching the movie up front. And like the little kids were like watching the movie and going like, "Oh, is that a bear? What is he eating?" Like they were asking their grandmother questions during the movie.
How dare they?
And the women up front. Okay, it was just okay, fine. I'm an idiot, okay? I'm stupid. I'm in the theater with 2 old ladies, a grandmother, and 3 kids, and me.
Elderly people.
That was the only people in the theater. There may have been one other person. One old guy, I don't know, or middle-aged person, I don't know.
Wow.
So anyway, there may have been 2 other people, I don't know. But anyway, basically every time the kids started asking their grandma questions that were cute, the women up front were like, "Oh, shh," like getting really angry, and they were like, "Be quiet, we're trying to watch this." But it's a movie for children. There are only 3 children in. Everyone else is a moron for watching this. Like, all of us, the rest of us
I like Paddington.
The rest of us are losers. Adult losers watching this movie that's intended for children. No offense.
But it's Paddington.
It doesn't matter. We were the losers. The movie was meant for these 3 little people. The little girl and 2 little boys. And, like, they were getting so mean to the grandmother and her grandchildren. They kept turning around and being like, "Ah!" And, like, they were, like, so loud to the point where they were, like, they would literally stand up or they would turn around and they'd be like, "Can you please keep your children quiet?" Like, they were just getting so mean. And after a while, I noticed the grandmother just got up and she left the theater and that she took all the 3 kids, like, out. And I felt so bad. I was like, that should have been a moment for Spider-Man to take out those 2 mean old ladies.
Wait, take them out?
Yeah, like...
Spider-Man doesn't do that.
Like, you know, kick them to the ground. And
oh my gosh, you can't do that to the elderly. They have hip problems.
Be like, "Oh, I'll make you quiet. You're the one. I'll take care of the only people creating noise around here."
Oh my gosh. What? You can't. No, you can't.
And then
they're
like lying on the ground and they can't move. And
oh
it's
my
like,
gosh.
"Thank you. Now I can enjoy the peace. Thank you very much."
Wow. I really
thought what I should have done at that moment was stand up and be like, "You know what?
Oh my gosh.
This movie was made for kids. You just made 3 little kids leave and cry. You guys are jerks. I hope you're happy with yourself." Next time I'm going to say that. I was going to say something to them. Next time I will. It's hard to say something to strangers because you don't know if they're going to kill you or
oh my gosh, Amber.
follow you home.
What?
I've had somebody follow me home before.
Okay,
I had somebody give me a weird look on the highway once, and they followed me all the way to my house, so I went to a fake address, and I sat in somebody else's driveway till they left.
That's not what you're supposed to do. Don't you remember what you're supposed to do if somebody follows you?
Station.
You go park at a police station.
I didn't know where the police station was.
You GPS it. Alright, so, where is Death?
Why would Spider-Man kill old people? He wouldn't kill Aunt May. That's true. Amber's cool.
Amber's something else.
Hi, Jacob!
Wow.
Jacob's here!
Wow.
Ultimate Jacob is in the chat.
Ultimate Jacob! What up, Jacob? Where is Stan Lee at, yo?
Next time, I'll say something.
Next time. I
should have been like, you know what I should have said? I should have been like, I should have left the... Oh! You know what I did? I did do something, though.
Hmm?
I did do something, but I didn't do it that dramatically. I actually got up, and after they left, I got up and I left.
Okay.
But I didn't say anything. Next time, I'll just be like, you're on my list.
You
and then
can't.
leave.
No, you can't tell that to people. Like that's.
Like, you better sleep with one eye open because I'm coming for you.
You can't say you're on my list to anybody.
Oh.
All right, let's do Captain Britain. Here we go. Oh my gosh, Amber.
It's nice to have reminders of dear old England. If only I hadn't misplaced my quintessentially British car somewhere in the north end of the city. If you happen to come across it, I'd be jolly glad to see the old girl again.
Wait, was that 35? What? Oh, it's 35:30. Okay.
I don't know. It's just so weird. It's like, if you're at a movie for, very younglings, why would you then get angry at the little... It's like you would expect them to be in the theater. They always would ask questions. That's what younglings do.
Younglings ask questions for what?
When they're at the movies, they always talk.
I was a very quiet kid at the movie theaters.
Well, if you see the...
Only one time was I had 2 instances as a child where I made a ruckus. The death of Optimus Prime, I couldn't stop sobbing and had to be taken out of the theater. And in Indian in the Cupboard, when the Indian shot the cowboy, I let out a blood-curdling scream and had to be taken out of the theater.
Every time I see a superhero movie and there are kids in the theater, they talk the entire time.
And when I saw Batman and Robin and I screamed because of how horrified the movie was, the movie attendant had to escort me out of the theater because I was causing a disturbance because of how horrible the movie was. I was just crying. Those are the only 3 times that I've ever caused a problem in the movie theater. And all 3 were justified because 1, I had to watch Batman and Robin, which was terrifying. The Indian in the Cupboard scene, like, really, was just... I liked the cowboy character, and he got shot with the arrow randomly, and it was scary. And then the death of Optimus Prime, like, seeing that happen as a young little K-Wing, we probably should have gone to Big Bird's Big Adventure or something instead of the Transformers movie or something, because...
Every time I see a superhero movie, though, the kids are like, whoa, how did Spider-Man do that? Oh my gosh! Whoa, Iron Man is so cool! Like, they're always, like, talking the whole time, which actually makes the movie better, because they're so cute. That's what I should have said to those old ladies. I should have been like, this movie is better because those little kids are talking through it because they're adorable. So you need to get out of here or I'll throw you out.
Oh, somebody says they know where Stan is?
You should shut your trap talking to little kids that way, or I'll shut it for you.
Okay, you can't. No, you can't. No.
You should close your jaw, or
Stop.
I'll make sure it doesn't move.
Oh my gosh! Stop yourself, Amber. Mysterio's taxi cab service. Somebody says they know where Stan is, honey. Can you scan the chat?
Fine.
Oh, my car
You have a
broke.
riddle from JD, and Zachary says, I'm excited for She-Hulk to be in Marvel Avengers.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to what the She-Hulk show is. Totally.
For his game. As for Wolverine will join for his game in 2022. What? She-Hulk, maybe? Oh, you're excited for Wolverine's game also. Oh, cool, Zachary. Your riddle is my...
If only I hadn't misplaced my quintessentially British car somewhere in the north end of the city. If you happen to come across it, I'd be jolly glad to see the old girl again.
The riddles are Hung in Hope, Children Squeal, Secret Surprises, Down in Heel. What is the riddle? I don't know, JD. But very cool riddle. I'm not really good at riddles.
What is a British car? What does a British car look like? Is this a British car?
Someone got cussed at in the theater during Star Wars. Oh wow, United Thrive. We had someone really mean to us in one... We were watching, I don't know what movie it was.
I wanted to take you to
so
see...
rude.
I mean, I'm risking our lives to go see Spider-Man, but I gave up seeing the new Sword Art Online movie, which is in our theater right now. I would love to go see the Sword Art Online movie, but I don't want to keep going to the theater, because I don't want to get sick.
I loved Indian in the Cupboard, says Richard.
Mm-hmm.
Tony Stark says there's only one captain, and it's Captain Steve Rogers.
That's right.
Uh...
This looks like a James Bond car. What am I doing wrong? Amber, what am I doing wrong?
No, I love kids talking during the movie. They make it adorable. Kids are cute.
nice to have
kids.
reminders of
I
dear
would
old England.
I would rather have every movie I watch have a
Misplaced my
track of
quintessentially
kids
British car,
talking.
somewhere in the north end of the city. If you happen to come across it, I'd be jolly glad to see the old girl again.
As my grandfather always used to say, kids are closer to heaven. They're closer to heaven than us. Therefore, they're nicer, kinder, more fun. They're more wide-eyed and bushy-tailed. They're more fun to be around. I would rather have kids around me all the time. Not in a weird way, but just, you know, like...
No spoilers for the Spider-Man movie, guys.
I love hearing... It's like watching Turbo Man, and it's like, oh my gosh, Turbo Man, he's up in the sky! It's Turbo time! Whoa, where is he going? It's like so cute. Kids are so adorable when they're watching superhero movies. I would actually sit there and watch a room full of kids watching the superhero movie instead of watching me watch it.
Yeah.
Adults are boring. They just stare at the movie and go,
You are
Heh.
you are an adult.
I know, I'm so
So
boring.
you are boring.
I
Okay.
know that.
I am Mysterio, mysterious of mystery, or whatever. Okay, so I'm going to follow Deadpool to get the British car. That makes sense.
Yeah, guys, please do not give any spoilers to the movie. People are literally...
You can give fake spoilers.
We are literally waiting. The movie's not out yet. Everyone is waiting to see this. Like, if you give a spoiler, like, we will never forgive you.
You'll get timed out too.
I know.
If you do a spoiler, then my
You will
mods
get timed out or
you have
banned.
permission to time out.
Because there's already been a few people that have been banned for spoilers.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Amber's being super serious.
So do not give a spoiler for the movie, because Spider-Man is one of the few movies that kids, adults, and everybody enjoys watching. So
What falls under the category of everybody?
everyone in the world is like Spider-Man. I can't think of anyone who doesn't.
Batman.
He's already banned from our channel.
Oh, okay.
For being too dark.
Wow. Wow, Zelda's fast asleep.
Latius says, I agree. Yep, kids are very adorable. Definitely, Latius.
Oh, this is taking a long time. When in doubt, follow Deadpool.
It's good that you prevented a weird person from taking pictures of your friend. Good job, Dragon Master. You were a hero for the day.
James Bond car?
When I saw Star Wars in the theater, I almost screamed because of the Rey and Ben moment at the end because I didn't like it. The Rey and Ben moment. Who's Ben? I can't even remember who Ben is.
We're having a problem here.
Ben? Oh, you mean like Rey and Finn? Who's Ben?
I don't know. 1 second, please. What in the world? Is this supposed to be happening?
Okay, Leroy's trying to calm me down, saying some of the spoilers are fake that people are giving. Well, there's no way for me to know, though.
Yeah, Amber doesn't...
Like, I'm probably gonna time you out or ban you anyway. If it seems real, you're gonna get timed out. Sorry. Because there's no way for me to know. I'm not going to go look it up and see if it's real, because then I would know.
Yeah, Amber doesn't want to be spoiled. She, like... I mean, I already know the spoilers, but I don't want... Yeah, Amber doesn't want to know. She even told me, if you know, I don't want to know. I want to be surprised in the movie. So I said, okay, I will do my best not to tell you.
Oh, wow, YouTube has just celebrated Minecraft reaching 1 trillion views. So,
Wow.
Minecraft, the game, has gotten 100 trillion views on YouTube. Interesting.
Wow.
Wow, OH. Oh, you said a fake spoiler to your teacher, but then you found out it was a real one? So you made up a spoiler, but then you found out it was real?
Oops.
Wow, Jacob, that's interesting.
That's sad.
You don't like Spider-Man, Trayvon? Why not?
He's a Batman guy.
Oh, Trayvon has a Batman picture. Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm a Tobey Maguire Spider-Man fan. I did not like Andrew Garfield's.
I mean, obviously, like, if you guys say something like She-Hulk is in the movie, I obviously know that's not real.
Yeah.
If it's something that seems real, I'm probably...
I'm actually excited about for She-Hulk's show. I think it's gonna be fun.
I don't really understand what's happening with She-Hulk. I don't understand. Like, she has a show on HBO Max, or...
No, why would she have a show
Disney.
on HBO Max?
She has it on Disney Plus.
Yeah, she's gonna have it on Disney Plus next year, honey. Around your birthday, I think.
Alright, so...
I think.
I do like the Hawkeye show. I've seen 2 episodes of it. I have to...
There's 6 episodes in total, though.
Yeah, I mean, I have to drag it out because the episodes are going to be done really fast. They always put all the episodes up. You watch all of them, and then it's over.
It's nice to have reminders of dear old England. If only I hadn't misplaced my quintessentially British car.
But I just got your car!
The city. If you happen to come across it, I'd be jolly glad to see the old girl again.
Your car's right here, guy! Look!
Yep, exactly, OH. If you spoil the movie, whether it's real or fake,
It's
you
nice
get
to
the
have
yeet.
reminders of dear old
What's happening?
misplaced my quintessentially British car somewhere in the north end of the city. If you happen to come across it, I'd be jolly glad to see the old girl again.
But your car's right here, guy. Look! Look! It's here! It's right here!
It's nice to have reminders of
Oh my gosh!
Maybe you have to run it into
misplaced
him.
my quintessentially British car somewhere in the north end of the city. If you happen to come across it, I'd be jolly glad to see the old girl again.
But his car's right here. It's fine. I don't understand. Now I'm mad. Am I not supposed to damage his car? What did I do wrong?
It's not his car, Luke, says Irene.
What?
I
It's
don't know.
British.
It's not Captain Britain's car. It's like a Mini Cooper with a Union Jack. He has a different car.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know what his car looks like, though.
Alright, Deadpool, take me to your... Fine. You know what, Cyclops, you have my permission to just wreck everything. Every car is gone. This car's gone. Everything's
Spoiler, says the Bat. We finally know how much Norman sacrificed. Oh my gosh. Do you know how much I sacrificed? Now we'll know.
It's got a Union Jack right on it!
Thank you for the super chat. Silver Leo says we co-stream all anime movies will show up. Try it. I mean, as long as it's not a site in which I can't really talk about sites. As long as it's given permission by the anime company to be on there, then I can talk about it. But thank you very much for the super chat, Silver Leo. Really appreciate that.
It's nice to have reminders of dear old England. If only I hadn't misplaced my quintessentially British
Droggle says no, that is his car.
If you happen
That
to
is his car.
jolly glad to see the old girl.
Drive up to the X in the circle, says Richard. I feel like it glitched, says Timmy. No, it's not his car. It is his car. I don't know if it's his car or not.
Alright, it glitched. Fine. We'll exit and try again. Oh my gosh.
He's like English Daredevil? Maybe. I love the
No,
Hawkeye
he's
show.
He's not English Daredevil.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, I was a little put off by the intro in which, you know, Kate is like, oh, look at me. I have all the money in the world. I'm perfect. I go to a really fancy school. I also
Yeah, but you like the show now.
I am in combat training. I also went through dance training and archery and taekwondo. Also, I did sword combat training. It's like, so the intro is like, okay, so she gets saved by Hawkeye. Now she trains in every single different type of thing in the entire universe. But somehow she still is really... If she was really that kind of person who only trained and did nothing else, like, to be that good at all those things, you would have to basically be like me. Extremely neurotic, not fun at all, and no interpersonal skills at all.
Well, that sums it up for you.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like, if you're obsessed with working hard at things, that's how you would be. The fact that she's so relaxed, like, look at me, I'm so chill, yet I've trained all my life in like 7 trillion different things from the age of 5.
Why is
like-
everything like such an exaggeration for you?
Because it just feels that way. The whole world feels like an exaggeration. The whole real world doesn't feel real to me, Luke. Nothing feels real ever. I feel like I'm constantly in the Matrix.
It feels weird to me until I like jump to another Earth. I'm just saying. All right, so we got Stan.
Nothing feels real.
Stan.
It's my
Stan,
exaggeration
Stan,
is my way of
Stan,
coping.
Stan.
I don't like dealing
Stan.
with reality.
Wait. Okay. Stan. All Stan. So we've gotten all Stan in the levels. So then, where is Stan? Why won't Stan show up so we can save him? This is getting kind of annoying. Like, I can't find him anywhere.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, I watched the first couple episodes and I really do like the show.
Hmm.
But I feel like the intro with Kate, you know, being like, oh yeah, like, every single time it's like, oh, okay, a plot point comes up.
You're triggered
A plot
again.
point comes up in the show, like, oh, wait, I can't get out of this really hard, you know, thing with the lock and key. Oh, never mind. I went to lock and key training in the 6th year of my really advanced school. It's just like, it's like, okay, so for every problem Kate has, it'll be like, oh, wait, I went to training for that.
Yeah, but
Like,
here's the difference.
Oh, wait, here's an
Amber.
uncrossable thing of water.
Amber.
Don't worry, I was also on the swim team. It's like, what, Kate? You couldn't have been on all these different things. What?
Okay. But she's not a Mary Sue because Mary Sue's don't train. So
Yeah, but there's no way she couldn't have had time in the day to train. I expect them to show how many hours it would be to train and all those different things.
yeah, but Hawkeye can do all that stuff.
Yeah, but he's old. Like, she's so young. Like, there's no way she could have done all that by that age.
Well, I mean, you know, they're taking some free liberties, but at the same time, it's not like
Some.
I just have natural talent and blah blah blah. I'm better
Yeah,
than you. No,
I know.
she
At
trained.
least they said she trained, but
Yeah,
you can't. Oh, fine. She just trained.
yeah, training
That's
is good.
that's kind of like a cop out.
No,
like,
it's not a cop out because she's not a Ray. She's not a Ray.
So as long as she's not the worst character that's ever been in existence. So as long as the character isn't a piece of trash, they're just a piece of lint, then it's completely fine. Then it's good character.
I thought you said you liked the show. You're
I
dumping
do
on the show.
like it, but you just said it's fine if you just say she just trained for everything.
But
training
that's
is
what,
hard.
But that's what people want. People want a character that it's actually trained for it, though, instead of just a character that can
But
naturally
there's no
do
way
it.
she did train, because if she did, she wouldn't
Sure
be
she
so
did.
relaxed.
No,
She's so relaxed
you're just
all the time.
you're just a really bad A+ student, so you don't know how to chill.
Luke, there's no A+ student that knows how to chill.
I've
met them.
I've known
I've met
some
people, and they don't know how to
met
chill.
I've met 1 or 2 in college. And they
People
were-
that work really hard but still know how to chill. What are
I
you
didn't
doing?
get good grades, but I work really hard and I'm pretty chill. So your
Alright,
statement is
fine.
invalid. I was a C+ student, but
Yeah,
I
that's
still
true. You do work really hard.
I'm still pretty chill, even though I wasn't A+. I know where most A+ students are after they do school. They get so wound tight that they end up working either the fast food industry, the valet industry, or they move to Hollywood and they try to get their script given to directors, and they don't, you know, they are so wound tight that they don't, once out of society, they don't know what to do with their lives. They're like, they've been in the A+ business their whole lives. They don't know what to do with themselves afterwards. They can't
true.
adjust. A+ students and, you know, really major, like, smart students, they can't adjust to life outside of school. I've seen a lot of them that cannot. And you are one of them. You don't know how, outside of school, you don't know how to just relax.
Because if you relax, then you miss time that you could be working hard on something else, learning another skill, or
No.
doing something better. Because otherwise,
No.
people, like, later on in 10 years, people will be like, oh, you're not very good at this. And if you're just trained in that for
Do
the
you want
last
to
10
you want to
years,
know
then you
you
could
want to
be
know a
like-
secret? You can't be good at everything.
But Kate is! Oh my gosh, that's what I'm saying!
It's a TV show.
Right, but that's not fair. They're making unfair expectations for people with this show.
No, they're not, because most people can tell the difference between fantasy and reality.
Well, I can't. It's triggering me.
Yeah, no,
It's making me feel like I am not good enough. Like, look at this, Amber. Kate's only 22 years old and she's done more stuff than you'll ever do in your entire life.
Did
You might as well give up now.
Did they say she was 22?
Yeah, they did.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, Luke, she's 22 years old. And she's basically already done more than any human being has ever done on the entire Earth.
I'm going to quote Ben Affleck here because I think this is very important to bring up. Fictional character, Amber. Fictional character. Fictional. So, you know, you're getting triggered over a fictional character.
If I was an actress and I had to play Kate, I would probably go insane because I'd be like, I can't play this character.
Well, I mean,
She's
they
unrealistic.
are trying to make her a little bit more OP than the original Hawkeye. So I can understand if you're a Hawkeye fan, you might be like, but Clint was an Avenger and Clint did all this other stuff.
No, but she's not more OP than him.
Oh, okay. Then what's the problem?
He has to teach her everything. She has no idea what she's doing, even though she
there
trained.
You go.
Even though she trained with all those combat stuff, she has no clue how to catch bad guys. She's getting beat up all the time.
There you go.
He has to teach her how to.
Okay, so you have no leg to stand on.
She has no clue what she's doing.
You have no leg to stand on because
most of the time she's just
the Hawkeye show is about Kate's journey as a hero and Hawkeye's retirement. So ergo,
no, she has no clue what she's doing.
That is a great show.
She's mainly getting beat up, and he has to constantly save her because she has no clue what she's doing.
That's an excellent show. That is something that fans of Hawkeye probably would really like because it's not like, oh, she's better than Hawkeye because she's a woman.
No, she's not better. In fact, he actually keeps trying to tell her to stop bothering him because he's like, I need to get back to my family. You're bothering me.
Okay.
And she keeps following him around because she's a super fan, so it's weird.
So basically, it's Hawkeye training his protege, and that's fantastic.
But without his own choice, he doesn't even want to train her.
Most people don't want to train the replacement.
She keeps bothering him, so he has to train her because he has no choice.
Although I kind of hope that they don't replace him. I would love to see the dynamic. I've seen clips of Hawkeye and Kate. I kind of hope that they're at least in a movie together, like one Avengers movie or something.
The thing is, she really likes hanging out with him because basically he's her hero.
Yeah, there you go.
Very
cool.
She really likes.
That's fantastic.
She thinks it's really cool to be around her hero all the time.
That sounds like a great show. I'm gonna have to watch some episodes now.
Because I told you how.
Yep.
It bothered me. Now you're gonna watch it.
Yep. All right, your job, Amber, is to look at the chat and find Stan because we are now.
If you think I'm neurotic and I can't deal with reality, why do you like me?
I love you. What does you being neurotic have to do with anything?
Oh.
You're my girl, so you're neurotic, so could be worse.
It could be worse?
Oh, yeah.
I could have a worse personality than I have?
Yep.
I can't think of one.
Okay. I need your help finding Stan Lee, honey, so man the chat.
What?
While I run around as Archangel. Let's see. Because everybody keeps saying, oh, I know where Stan is. I know where Stan is. It's like, I don't see Stan. I don't see Stan.
Irene says, balance is what is important, Amber.
Balance?
Balance.
Balance in all things. Yes. Balance is important. Not Mary Sue. Balance. All right, so we need Jean Grey.
Next week is the finale of Hawkeye. Awesome, Geoswirl.
No, it's too soon. I haven't even watched it yet. Thank you, Drago. That's how a man sneezes. It's pretty intense. It's an intense sneeze. The whole couch shakes. Mandarin's buggy? What the heck is that? All right, so we got the Mandarin's buggy. Yay.
Emerald says he mentioned something 3 times.
Well, you have to keep mentioning Emerald because...
Sorry, I didn't.
We're on the hunt for Stanley, and we can't see where he is. Ooh, there's a race here.
Guess you didn't find what I said, says Emerald.
Nope,
sorry.
did not. Did not find what you
Drago
said.
says, bless you. Kwings, guess you didn't find what I said, says Emerald. I said, look near the barbell mission. Stan should be under a barbell.
Under a barbell?
Bless you, Luke, says Timmy.
Thank you, Timmy.
Tell Luke he is in the Deadpool room. I think they're saying Stan is in the Deadpool room.
How is Stan in the Deadpool room? What does that even mean?
Tom Holland is your least favorite Spider-Man.
Same.
That may change for this new trilogy. Coming from Sony? I mean, I don't know.
I don't know. We'll see. My biggest problem with Tom Holland's Spider-Man is that he had his identity exposed, so he basically Tony Starked it. He's kind of like Tony Stark's sidekick. He hasn't gone through... and I'm not saying this can't change for his character. Like, let's say his next 3 movies, he deals with a important death that he is responsible for. Like Tobey Maguire, Uncle Ben died because of his hubris, and he was like, I fail to see how that's my problem. His actions, Tobey's actions, led to the death of Uncle Ben, led to the death of his best friend Harry, and these things kind of molded Peter. Peter, he made some major mistakes, but he owned those mistakes and he did his best. Andrew Garfield was coasting through life, and then Gwen died, and it changed his perspective. Like, he stayed... Well, no, he quit being Spider-Man for a while, but he came back at the end of the movie, which is a shame he didn't get a trilogy because Gwen's death was going to mold his Spider-Man. Whereas Tom Holland, you would think that Tony's death would have molded him, but it didn't really... It wasn't really the Uncle Ben factor for him because Iron Man died a hero, so it was kind of like he has a lot to live up to, but it didn't really change his character. Now, if someone like Aunt May or Happy or MJ or Ned would die, like in a future movie or whatever, then you could have the whole Spider-Man mechanic for Tom Holland, and you could kind of take him away from everything is handed to him on a silver platter. He has this really souped-up spider suit that can do anything. He has all this money, he has power, he's not struggling like Peter.
You got a super chat.
Oh, thank you. So, I mean, if he experiences, like, real loss and something that is his fault, then I think we can see Tom Holland become more like the Spider-Man that we know in cinema. But, I don't know if Disney would allow that kind of stuff to happen. I hope it does, personally. Nothing against, like, his friends or anything like that, but Spider-Man is molded by tragedy, just like Batman. You can't really do a Spider-Man story without, like, some important tragedy to mature the character.
Yeah, he doesn't have any tragedy.
He doesn't have an Uncle Ben. Apparently, Uncle Ben in his universe was killed during a burglary. It wasn't Peter's fault. It wasn't May's fault. It was just by chance that Uncle Ben died. Yeah. Iron Man died to save the whole world, so Peter really can't feel responsible for that. It's not his fault. It's not a Rodimus moment where, Rodimus... jumped in front of Optimus when he was fighting Megatron, and because of Rodimus's problems, Optimus died when he shouldn't have died fighting Megatron. He was distracted by Rodimus. So it's not like Tony was like fighting Thanos and Peter just kind of like, Mr. Stark, Mr. Stark, and then he died, and then Peter's like, oh no! So, I mean, his Spider-Man doesn't have that connection of the other film Spider-Man. Not yet. Someday he could, or maybe even in this new movie. I don't know. I'm just saying that's why I don't like Tom Holland's Spider-Man, is because he just feels like party Spider-Man. Like, everything is handed to him. Like, he always wins just because... And, I like his personality. I think he's a nice kid and everything, but it's like Spider-Man is tragedy. That's what makes... He's a tragic character that does his best to strive to be better. He has flaws. And for the most part... other than accidentally having his identity exposed to the world, we don't really see a Peter Parker that's flawed.
I don't know what the Deadpool room is, guys.
They're saying he's in the Deadpool room?
That's what people keep saying.
All right.
Thank you for the, Hot Rod, definitely.
Yeah.
Thanks for the super chat. Richard says, it's a great show, Luke. God bless you also, because you sneezed.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that, guys.
Thanks, Richard. Yeah, I mean... I watched 2 episodes. There's a lot of things I like about it, but I am triggered by some things. But apparently Luke's gonna watch the show, so...
Yeah, Burglary is more comic accurate, but you have to remember what Sam Raimi did is, with Tobey's Spider-Man, is Spider-Man was doing everything he could to impress Mary Jane. So he was upset that the guy had not really paid him what he was owed for doing that. He was very vain. He also, his powers were kind of corrupting him a little bit. So that moment where Uncle Ben told him with great power comes great responsibility, that was something that really molded Peter's life. We haven't had that line in Tom Holland's movies. He doesn't have a lot of responsibility for his powers. He's very, open with them. And he has a whole spider friend circle, like where he just tells everybody a secret identity almost, Happy knows, his aunt knows, His girlfriend knows. His best friend
He doesn't have
knows.
to live
All
in
the
his own
Avengers
prison
know.
of knowing.
If anything ever happens to him, the Avengers can always bail him out. You know, he's not a solo
How
superhero.
convenient.
Right. So I'm not saying that can't change, and I think that would be a great direction for the next trilogy of Spider-Man movie that, you know, Tom Holland will do when he goes to college. But there has to be consequences to being Spider-Man. It's
Sam Raimi is the best.
yeah,
and
Sam
that's-
Raimi, like, you know, he changed
It's more
that.
relatable to actually have consequences to what happens.
And I didn't really feel like Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man had any consequences
No.
until Spider-Man 2.
There wasn't any
Amazing
consequences
Spider-Man
till
2.
Gwen died.
Till Gwen
really.
died, exactly.
There
and
was
then
absolutely nothing wrong.
and then we saw, like, is he going to continue to be Spider-Man afterwards? And it took him months after her death for him to be Spider-Man
Does
again.
anyone know where the Stan is in this room? You guys said Stan is in this room?
I'm looking.
Because I don't see Stan.
So yeah, that's the only reason I don't like
Stan.
Tom Holland's Spider-Man is because he doesn't feel like Spider-Man. He feels like Spider-Boy to me. So that's all.
It's not relatable to real problems that people have. It's like
So we're
all his problems are conveniently solved by plot
and
armor.
personally, I think that they can shut up the haters by like killing Aunt May, Happy, or MJ in this movie and giving tragedy to Spider-Man's character, and you know taking away his Spider friends. Like just you know like making his circle so much smaller. And, you know, letting us see, like, not an MCU Spider-Man, but I really hope that Tom Holland's next movies will focus on Sony's version of Spider-Man and not the MCU's version. Because I think Tom can do it. I think Tom has the ability to be a great Spider-Man. He's kind of riding the coattails of the MCU, you know, being the MCU Spider-Man, which is fine.
Drogo says Spider-Man without losing Uncle Ben is like a Batman without losing his parents.
No, he lost Uncle Ben, but it doesn't bother him.
Yeah, that's what I think we mean. Drogo, and
Yeah.
I mean is like, it's like he didn't have to experience the tragedy of his Uncle Ben.
And he can't even use the tragedy of Iron Man's death to make himself better because Iron Man died for the betterment of mankind. So it's not like, oh, woe is me, my essentially, you know, Uncle Stark is dead. I'm going to use these life lessons and be better. It's like, yeah. Okay, guys, so where's Stan the Man? I'm not seeing anybody in here.
Well, they said check the gym or something.
What gym?
Tell him to go to the gym. I don't know
What
who
gym?
Jen
Gym?
is, but yeah, go to the gym.
The gym?
I don't know what the gym is.
What gym?
What's the gym, guys?
There's a gym on the helicarrier?
Your last two finals are today? Awesome said.
I don't
The
understand.
barbell, says Emerald. The barbell.
Barbell? I already got Stanley at the barbell, though. Where is he?
No, the barbell in the... No, honey, don't leave this area.
What?
Sweetheart,
This is a barbell
check
right here.
all the rooms in the
Oh,
helicarrier.
there's Stan right there. No, that's Stan right there. Look, there's a Stan icon right there.
All right.
That's why he's not showing up.
I'm so confused.
I'm so confused too, but that's why he... How am I supposed to see that? How do you guys see that? I don't even see that. How can you even see that there's an icon under there? That's not fair. This is not very good for people with vision impairment. I'm just saying. It's not.
Under the desk, says Irene.
Oh my gosh.
Well, guys, Luke is going all the way to the barbell, so...
Yeah, I'm going all the way
We'll
to
have to
barbell.
go to the Deadpool room later. I think there was a stand in the Deadpool area.
I did not see Stan in the Deadpool. It's in. They meant the barbell. Dumbbell.
Thank you, Emerald, and everyone,
Thank you, Emerald.
and other people that were trying to help. It's just like, I can't talk about it because I've already said
Oh my gosh, look, he's stuck.
Oh, jeez.
Wow. You know what? We're going to have Colossus help him. Because Colossus is amazing.
Colossus.
I am Colossus. Yes.
Who will never be able to play as the X-Men again in another Marvel game
I like Colossus
for a
and
long time.
I-
They will not make a cool Marvel game that we will play with
why
Colossus.
don't they just make an X-Men game? You know how many X-Men movies there've been? They can make a Lego X-Men.
Say goodbye to all the X-Men you guys are seeing, because we won't be able to play another X-Men game on this channel for...
Why? We could always do X-Men Legends. There's
I don't
lots of
know.
stuff we
You
could do.
don't usually play older games, though.
Yeah, I know.
So we won't be playing another X-Men game.
We'll see.
We'll see, as in we.
You don't know that, Amber.
they do.
We have tons of superhero games we haven't covered on this channel
All right,
still.
thank you so much for the super chat. Arthur says, God bless.
We found Stanley.
Thank you, Arthur. Richard, thank you so much. Author Richard. Sorry. Thank you, Author Richard. Thank you so much.
We found Stanley. Stanley.
Stanley will be in that Deadpool room last.
Oh, okay. Very cool.
They have X-ray, says Dance97. Okay, thank you. When did the Hawkeye show come out? I have no idea.
Now, let's see. If they're doing an episode, every Friday? And they've done 6 episodes, so probably it's been 4.5 weeks, 5 weeks of the show so far.
You got another super chat.
Thank you, thank you for the super chats. Blah. Words.
Thank you, Richard. And thank you, author. Thank you, Richard Taylor, and thank you, author Richard Taylor and author Richards. Thank you guys for the super chats.
Appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
Richard Taylor says the show gets better. I hope.
I'm gonna watch the show. I want to see
Luke
the
is
Hawkeye
gonna watch
show.
it
I'm
now.
excited. I'm gonna watch some tonight.
I'm not gonna spoil it for Luke because I think he's gonna like this show.
Oh yeah.
I'll tell you what.
I love shows where like the older hero is training. I like passing of the torch shows if it's done correctly.
I don't know if you call it training, since basically I don't see Kate being able to do anything besides tie her shoes, because basically she can't do anything right now. She kind of sucks as a hero.
Well, that's great. I love that kind of. I love seeing heroes fail and struggle because it makes their succeeding so much more satisfying later. I don't want them to be good at everything they did.
Okay.
That's why, I mean, I'm just going to come out and say it. Clint was my least favorite character in the early Avengers movies because even though he had no superpowers, it wasn't like that. He was like that guy, even without superpowers, he was better than everybody else. Like, he was making crazy shots with his arrows, fighting the aliens. It was just to the point of ridiculousness, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, at least Batman looked like he was kind of struggling in Zack Snyder's movie to keep up with all the other characters. Like, he was their leader and stuff, but he was not in their same thing. He still did some pretty impressive feats. But, I mean, Hawkeye just, you know, he's basically like the Legolas of the Avengers. So, up until... I'm trying to remember what movie it was that I really started to like Clint's character. I always liked his humor and stuff, but he just felt like... Him and Black Widow felt like characters that were, like, already OP when they... really couldn't stand shoulder to shoulder with like Captain America, Thor, and Iron Man and Hulk. It just felt really weird.
Yeah,
you know?
It was like, all right, we have Thor with a huge,
you got a guy with a bow and arrow, and you got a girl who can like kick people and you know, whatever.
Yeah, here's Iron Man. He has all this like armor and missiles and everything. Okay, Iron Man, you're gonna hang out with Clint. He has an arrow.
Yeah,
it's like.
Because think back. Let's bring up the BVS movie. What exactly did Batman do when he was fighting Doomsday? He ran away.
But Luke,
you know.
But Luke, think about it. Like, you have Green Arrow in the DC world, and he hangs out
boxing glove arrow
with Green Arrow is with Superman and with John Jones and with Wonder Woman. He's on the same team as them.
Yeah, he is.
I'm just saying, like, all he does. But maybe archery is that cool. I don't know.
Yeah, but you've seen the stuff that Green Arrow does. Like, he doesn't... In fact, I loved... Probably the best version of Green Arrow is in Justice League Unlimited, where most of the missions he goes on is not fighting, like, super-powered supervillains. He's helping the little guy, and he makes the argument to help the little guy.
But he does have technology. He has technology arrows. Like, he has, like, ice arrows, bomb arrows... I don't know.
Where is Stan?
They have different types of arrows, so, I mean, I don't know.
They're saying Stan Lee is in this area, but I don't see him.
But you're right. Like, Hawkeye and Black Widow, they're basically have no superpowers.
Yeah.
So, it makes sense that they would always work together, because they're the non-superpower
Well, I wouldn't have mind, like, every time we saw Clint, and this is not, like, a dump on his character, but, like, when we saw Ben Affleck's Batman in the Snyder verse, he did struggle fighting non-humans, which made it more of like, oh, this is kind of compelling, this is interesting, you know, because like Batman is like in Snyder's universe, unlike the Justice League show, he was just OP. Like, because, you know, the animated series, he had, like, all these special abilities. You know, it was like, he's the animated series Batman, so he's just awesome because reasons. So it made sense that, you know, the guys who wrote Batman the animated series and made the series, they made Batman OP. But Zack Snyder was like, well, what would Batman really be like if there was an alien invasion? And we saw Batman struggle a lot. We saw him, like, kind of, like, feel like, am I really... He was going to sacrifice himself several times to you know, help the Justice League. Like, he made himself, like, a target, and then Wonder Woman came and saved him. You know, he knew that he had limits as a human. Whereas Clint was basically like, I swear, I've watched, I don't know if it's still online anymore, but there was a Lord of the Rings theme for Legolas or whatever, where they had, like, Hawkeye, it was clips of Hawkeye, like, doing arrows, and they were using the Lord of the Rings theme, and they just had, like, Clint going around, da-da-da-da-da-da, you know, just, like, shooting all these people
Yeah, but you have
with
to
his bow and
remember
arrow.
that, like, people have to realize that Legolas was a super-powered immortal elf
Exactly, yeah.
who was, like, alive for, like, 1,000 years, and his mind is, like, far beyond
Trained
a human
warrior,
mind.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
a prince of, like,
Yep.
some kind of elf world. He's not a human, so it's like,
Yep.
it would make sense that Legolas could do that kind of stuff, but
Yep.
for a human being to be as good as Legolas is kind of...
Exactly.
Well, I
So,
don't
I mean,
know.
that was my only problem. I loved Clint's humor, and I especially loved as Clint, like, Clint became kind of my favorite Avenger as the series went on, like, as the movies went on. But his first couple movies,
Clint has the best outfit.
he was kind of annoying to me. It was like, why is this guy even on the team? And I loved how he even made fun of himself. Like, the actor, he went on SNL and he was like, he did this whole song about being Hawkeye, and he was making fun of the premise that he's just a guy with a bow and arrow. And, you know, it was funny. Like, the fact that Jeremy could make fun of his character because he was like, it is
Yeah.
kind of ridiculous.
But, like, he played the part so well that he ended up in the Mission Impossible movies after that.
I loved him in the Mission Impossible movies.
Because the actor is just so... He's humble, he's really good actor, and he's really fun to watch, so... He's very believable as, like, an action actor, hero person, so it's like... Also, I always think if you were in the Avengers, you would be Clint, because when I met you, you had kind of, like, really light hair, you always wore black. So I feel like you would be Hawkeye. If we were in another universe where all of us were members of the Avengers,
Yeah.
you would be Hawkeye because of your
But I'm not
outfit
I'm not
choice.
saying that to dump on Hawkeye. I just, like, I feel that Josh Whedon's version of Hawkeye was just, like, OP, and they just never, you know, really brought attention to it. It was just kind of like, he's just as good as all the other Avengers. And it's like, it didn't really make sense.
I think that was their point. They were trying to say he's just as good as
Yeah,
all the
he's
others.
just as good as everybody else. So
They were
that
trying to
was
say
always
everyone
that
is
was,
equal.
That was always a
everyone's part of the team.
disconnect to me. So, like, when his character started to become more human, like, you know, he went through loss of his family, and, you know, he just had so much more to his character.
I think we had a super chat we missed.
Oh, okay.
I loved him in Mission Impossible, says Richard. Definitely. Hello, Simons. How's it going? Sorry for interrupting you. Hawkeye has trick arrows. Yes. Green Arrow and Hawkeye have an arrow for every occasion, says Struggle.
Yep.
I mean, let's see. Richard says, in the show, they show the effects of being a human adventure for all the years, says Richard.
Yep.
Oh, okay, yeah, definitely. Oh, right, in the show. So in the show, yeah. So Luke, I won't give spoilers.
No. I just want to say one thing,
I
though.
won't give spoilers, but they
If-
do show that he did have effects from being in the Avengers.
That's
that,
awesome.
That kind of wore on him.
Well, yeah, that makes sense, because I mean, he's older, because he didn't disappear during the blip. Like, when the blip
Yeah.
happened, he was still around, and he was a vigilante and stuff like that. So he was active.
Yeah, they
wear
do
and tear.
address. They
Yeah,
do
yeah, yeah.
address that in the show, actually.
So, what I want to see, if let's say Tobey Maguire is in the new Spider-Man movie, the one thing that I really want to see for Tobey's character is that he continued to be Spider-Man, and also that he has back problems, and he has, like, some other issues, like some past injuries, because while Spider-Man can heal, he can't, like, super heal, right? So I want to see that if he's in the movie with Tom Holland and Andrew Garfield, that he is the veteran Spider-Man, the one with all the experience, and he's really powerful, but at the same time, he has, like, damage from when he was Spider-Man, like his back incident when a building fell on him, you know, problems with just, he's getting older and he wants to retire, maybe he has a kid, That kind of stuff is what I would like to see, because if they open that door, then there's a possibility maybe we could get a Spider-Man 4 with like his daughter or something. Because
he can regenerate, but he can't regenerate as much as like the Flash.
So I would applaud in the theater, like if there is a scene where Spider-Man is like, my back, and then Andrew or Tom Holland is like, oh my gosh, what's wrong with your back? And then he says something, let's see how well you do as Spider-Man after 20 years. I would love that type of retort. Like, you know, it'd be great, because as far as we know, he never gave up being Spider-Man. He just kind of like, he and MJ got married, or it was hinted they were going to be together after Green Goblin 2 died. You know, they made amends and they were going to be together. Like, they decided to be together or whatever. At least that's what the novelization it looked like they were going. Like, and then with Spider-Man 4, they actually were going to get married. Like Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 4. And either her father or her like uncle or something was going to be Adrian Toomes, the Vulture. And the Vulture fight between Tobey and the Vulture was going to be one of the most graphic, intense fights that Sam Raimi had ever done. And Sony was like, no, we're not going to go in this direction because Spider-Man 3 was a dud. But if Spider-Man 4 was made, they have the storyboard you can watch online. It is the most intense Spider-Man fight which would have ever been shot. Like, Adrian is, like, throwing Spider-Man all over the Empire State Building. He has glass in his back like Spider-Man, and Spider-Man can't heal. So he's, like, being all, like, literally broken by this guy who's bald and has wings, and it's like one of the most intense fight that ever would have been filmed for Spider-Man. We were robbed as, you know, comic book fans for that type of movie. But it's because Spider-Man 3 failed at the box office, unfortunately. We never got that.
I think what they should do is have Spider-Man get a new apartment, and then the door breaks to the apartment, and the guy comes in and says, okay, your first month of rent is due, Toby. And he gets triggered because the door is broken.
Well, I think if like Toby is in the movie, or in future Spider-Man movies, I think Toby would be a lot financially off better, because I'm pretty sure he would have gotten Aunt May's house, like eventually. Like if he and MJ settled down, I'm sure May would have probably given them their house.
If he actually remembered to come home and help paint the ceiling and stuff, like he said he was going to.
Oh, that was in the Spider-Man video game. Where he was helping Aunt May's
okay,
house.
because I was going to say that one time he forgot to come home and paint it.
Yeah,
he said he was going to paint it, and he completely didn't.
Where's Stan at?
There's people in the chat that have seen it, and they're trying not to give spoilers. So
yeah, don't give spoilers, guys. I'm just
please do clench your teeth more.
Clench your teeth. I'm just talking objectively. I haven't seen the movie. I'm just saying what I would like to see.
The Bat says that the Jeremy Renner guy would make a good Jason Bourne.
Yeah, he would. Where do you think? I'm just speaking theoretically because I won't see the movie until December 20th.
Luke hasn't seen it. So
I'm very good at predicting things, so I hope.
If Luke accidentally said something that's in the movie, he did not mean to. He hasn't seen the movie.
I haven't seen the movie. I'm aware of some spoilers, but I don't know everything. So I'm just saying, like, you know, yeah.
Spoiler, we know how much Osborn sacrificed.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not... I know the basics.
I'm keeping my expectations for the movie low.
Yeah.
Honestly, because... I'll tell you what I would like to see. I would like the guy who played... I would like Jake Gyllenhaal to come back and have another fight scene with...
Mysterio?
Mysterio.
You want Mysterio back?
I feel like we didn't get enough of that. He looked really cool as Mysterio,
but his Mysterio wasn't even real. It was an illusion.
Maybe he could learn to be Mysterio for real then.
No, I want Quentin Beck to, or the Mysterio that I wanted was the Raimi version, which was going to be.
So you're saying his Mysterio wasn't even real?
No, his Mysterio wasn't real.
So
the costume was all fake.
Oh, so he really wasn't a person from like another planet or something.
No.
Wow, I really didn't pay attention to that movie at all.
Yeah.
And I've watched it twice. That's really sad.
It is kind of sad. That's okay.
You know what I did? I went online and I saw somebody made a compilation of all the clips between MJ and Tom Holland's Spider-Man and all their romantic clips and all their scenes with them together. And honestly, if you put she is in all of the movies. Zendaya is in all of the movies, like a total of like 13 minutes in 3 movies.
Oh my gosh.
She's only in like 6 minutes per movie or something.
Well, I hope she has a lot more screen time in this new one then.
So basically, yeah, she's like in the movies. She's only like of all the movies, she's only in it like they only have dialogue. Oh no, she's in the movie, but she only has dialogue with Spider-Man. 13 minutes out of all the movies, dialogue with Spider-Man. With
Stan Lee vanished again.
I don't know.
Guys, Stan Lee's gone again.
So basically, I saw a compilation of all the clips between them, and
Darn.
honestly, she's very cute and relatable. Honestly, like, she's not anything like Mary Jane from the Sam Raimi. Her personality is not anything like that, but for like a fun, like very laid back kind of like, sometimes she has dark topics that she enjoys talking about.
So she's you.
Yeah, she's basically my weird dark personality.
Oh gosh. Manifested in a movie. Oh,
yeah,
wow.
like I somehow created her into the movie. I don't know.
Oh my gosh, no.
She's me. Like, they're basically walking on a bridge and they're like, oh, you want to go somewhere? Okay. And they're like walking on a bridge and their hands are about to touch. It's kind of romantic. And then she says, you know, they used to execute people on this bridge.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm just like, oh my gosh, why would she say
forgot
that? Yeah, like, she just talks about weird, dark things all the time randomly, and then she goes, sorry. She didn't mean to say it.
Can I just say something real quick, though?
Yeah.
Like, in terms of the Spider-Man stuff, I saw a picture, like, 2 months ago. So that's as far as the leaks go for me. I did not read the Chinese leaks, and I've been very careful to avoid going to the YouTube main page. I've just been going to our YouTube channel. But I've heard from friends that all over YouTube there's Spider-Man leaks, so do not go to the front page of YouTube or you will be spoiled, because they're literally putting spoilers in the thumbnails.
Wow.
Yeah, so even if you don't watch the clips, I mean, you're gonna be spoiled. Because
near the circus.
Yeah, they're putting like actual scenes there. Oh, it's Rocket again.
They said near the circus.
So I don't know any story. I don't know any story things. I don't know any story plots for the leaks. I just know all the characters that are in the movie, which I'm not going to tell Amber, because I saw pictures like 2 or 3 months ago. Like, but I don't know any story plots, so I'm just theorizing. So if I happen to be right, it's not intentional. I'm just very good at guessing the plots of movies.
Sora Cloud thinks that Toby would be slow as an Avengers Spider-Man.
No,
yeah,
Toby had a lot of
know.
agility. I would not knock Toby out.
I don't think it would be. I don't know if he'd be slow or not. Luke is the expert on this.
Yeah, Toby, like, in terms of his agility, he's like, you have to remember, Toby comes from a world where, at least in his movies and his video games, the Avengers didn't exist. So Toby was like super OP.
He's kind of OP like Hawkeye is, because it's like he's been on his own for all that
He
time.
could jump higher. He had webs that were built into his body.
Basically, Toby and
his
Hawkeye...
spider sense was better.
Toby and Hawkeye are both One Punch Man, basically.
Kind of.
If you think about it.
Well, Toby's not One Punch Man because he has to punch people repeatedly, but like,
it's like that.
He's not only has he had a building fall, like Tom Holland had a building fall on him, but he didn't catch it. Like, you know, he survived the building collapsing on him. Spider-Man had a building literally fall on him, and he protected MJ by holding it up. And then, not only did he survive the building, and he caught it, but then he pushed the building off him. So we still didn't see how strong Raimi's Spider-Man was. We got a little taste that, okay, he's strong enough to hold a building up, or half a building, and then he can toss it away like it was nothing, and just kind of like, what's up, girl? You know, when the building falls on him, he says to Mary Jane, hi, this is kind of heavy. You know?
Yeah.
But we didn't actually get to see... We would have saw all his feats of strength that Raimi was going to show how strong he was in the 4th movie.
Yeah.
But Sony said, no, the 3rd movie did terribly. And Sony was the one pushing for Venom. The movie originally was going to have, like, Venom introduced, and then Venom would have continued in the 4th movie.
If they would have had a 4th movie with Venom,
yeah,
they might have brought back the views for that.
It was supposed to be just a movie about the Sandman and, like, one other villain, like Harry Osborn. But they had, like, too many villains. They did the Batman and Robin thing, which didn't work.
Says, were you guys talking about how Bruce Campbell's characters in the Raimiverse was supposed to be Mysterio?
Yeah, Bruce Campbell was supposed to be Mysterio in the Raimi universe, yeah. He was going to be Mysterio in the fifth movie. They had 2 movies that planned out, 4 and 5.
I think the only way to settle this is to give her a demonstration. Let's knock some criminal heads together.
925. More rocket.
Isaiah Robinson in the chat says, Kwings, I love you guys forever 100%.
Oh, thank you. We love you 3,000.
Thank you so much, Isaiah. And he says, and also, Kwing, can you please talk about the Batman 2022 movie, please?
The Batman movie? Like,
It's
what do you...
gonna be awesome,
It's
Isaiah.
gonna be interesting, but I don't really... I haven't...
It's gonna be hardcore.
It's gonna be very intense. I've seen a trailer for the international, like the Japanese version that Amber was telling me about, and it's kind of got me more excited than the trailer that we've seen for the American stuff. Like, it looks like more of a psychological crime thriller where Batman is actually gonna, for the first time in cinema, he is going to be more of a detective, and I like what they showed, and also he looks like a scary Batman. Like, you know, I like that. So I'm excited to see it.
It also feels like this Batman is very like, it's possible that any moment he could go over the edge.
Yes. Yep.
That's what I feel like. All the other Batman I've seen are like in control. They're older. It's like they, you know, like in animated series, he practiced all those martial arts to help him like center himself so he didn't go over the edge. Even when
Star-Lord.
Even when people were trying to Star-Lord. Even when people were trying to kill him or push him over the edge, he still remained calm. This guy, it's like you look at him wrong, he's gonna punch you like 7 times until you're like bloody against the wall.
Yeah, something like that.
You may or may not come back from it. It's like you don't want to mess with this Batman. Like he's literally on the edge.
He's
like,
literally on the edge.
He's on the edge. Like don't mess. Like he's literally every day he's having a bad day.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think the most interesting thing about the trailer that I saw, I don't know if this is true, but I heard someone talking about it, basically saying like that they found it interesting. Like, was that basically Catwoman is near him and he's punching somebody, and then she's shocked because he's like, he won't stop punching them. So she's like,
oh yeah, she's
kind of freaking out.
He has a
she's
darkness
like, oh
and brutality to him. Yeah. Yep.
Like it's not like, oh wow, it's a bad boy. It's like, this guy is nuts. I think maybe I should leave.
This guy's unhinged. Yeah.
Like, I need to get out of here. He's gonna kill me next or something.
Yep.
Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. It seems...
Yeah, but if you guys are on the fence about the Batman movie, I challenge you guys to watch the Korean and the Japanese trailers, because they are really good. They're a lot different than the ones that we've seen in America. Like, more intense. And also the Japanese voiceover is interesting to watch, like to see everybody, you know. Yeah.
Well, great to see you guys. Hi,
pretty cool.
Emily. Hi, Moises. Hi, Mason. Stanley is near the circus, says Mason, and everyone else.
One other thing I will tell you guys, do not watch the Portuguese trailers for the Spider-Man movie, because in the American and the British, or like European, they're trying to avoid spoilers. In the Portuguese trailers, they want you to know who's in the movie so you'll go see it, because some of the MCU movies haven't done well in Portugal, so they are really marketing the movie for people to go see the Spider-Man movie, because it's like the most...
So they're spoiling
They
it.
are spoiling everyone who's in the movie in the Portuguese trailer, and the trailer is really good. Like, I've seen the Portuguese trailer. Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen it.
Yep. The Portuguese trailer is really good. So different countries do different things for movies.
Well, may I ask a question about the Batman thing? But it's
Sure.
so weird.
And I was talking about Spider-Man just now.
Oh, I
so-
know. I
but
know
yeah.
you were.
Go
I
for
know
it.
you were.
Yeah.
But, like, she says, like, I wonder who you are under that mask. Like the Catwoman does to him.
Mm-hmm.
She says, maybe we're not so different. But reality is... Like, she thinks maybe they're not different, but in reality, they are really different. She's probably not well off like he is.
Unfortunately...
Because Catwoman usually is from a bad side of town, and Batman is usually super wealthy.
That's not what she's mentioning, though.
Oh, what does that mean? We're not so different.
It's hinted that she knows who he is, because, like, in this universe, The Waynes are...
Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
no way.
yup.
Not the mobster thing.
Yep, the mobster thing.
Oh my gosh, they can't do that to Batman.
Yeah, well, guess
the
what?
Waynes, the Waynes helped build Gotham. That's why he cared so much about it.
Yep, the Telltale thing.
His dad was a doctor that helped take care of
Oh no,
people.
he was still a doctor. He's just doctor with ties to the mob now.
What? I'm
Yep.
not watching the movie. That's ridiculous.
I mean, I told you they were going to do that anyway.
No.
I told you that like
That's
a
so
couple years
stupid.
ago
The
they were
Waynes
doing
are,
that.
The Waynes are always every version I love about the Waynes is they took care of, because my grandpa was a doctor and he took care of people that needed help.
Yeah.
And there are doctors who do care about people.
That's the rumor.
So I just don't I don't like having his dad. That's horrible.
Silly plunkets determine they can. He must think I was born yesterday. Without photographic evidence, I ain't believing nothing.
Yeah, the reason why they keep doing that to Batman and like all these new film things, like rumor-wise, is because they feel that Batman is not compelling enough a character for, like, you can't have these people that just, like the Waynes, out of the goodness of their heart, like try to help, the homeless and
But why
people.
not?
Hang on, people who are less fortunate than them. So what they do is they use it as like a crutch, like. To make themselves look better in the public eye, they went and they helped other people.
But then you're making the statement that no people that are financially well off ever help anyone, which is a lie.
Yep.
You're trying to say that all of society's corrupt and there are no good people left in the world. Then what are you you can't live thinking that about people. You have to believe. I have to say that my grandfather was pretty well off financially, and he did help people with every extra penny he had. He
Yep.
used it to help everyone.
Yep.
He went overseas and helped people that were too poor to have any medical care. That's not true. There are people that are financially well off that help people, and I know some of them.
All right.
Or I did.
Photographic evidence of what?
My grandpa's not around anymore,
know,
but
hang on.
he was a good person.
Hang on.
Just saying.
Yep. Okay. What do you want? I didn't catch what Rocket
I'm
needs
sorry.
us to do.
It
It's
just
okay.
triggers me so much.
I keep telling Walrus that giraffes can't climb tall buildings. The silly plunkets determine they can. He must think I was born yesterday. Without photographic evidence, I ain't believing nothing.
All right. What exactly do you want me to do here? What do you want me to do, game? Where am I going? I'm going where?
I don't like that because the whole thing is like, that's the whole thing is people always like say like, oh, Batman has everything handed to him on a silver platter. He can't do anything. He can't relate to people who need help. And, instead of him just writing a check to an orphanage, he feels like he needs to do more.
Right.
And then he
So
does. That's the whole point of Batman.
The rumor is, according to like Japan, like, where they know more about the plot or whatever when they market their movies, is Batman has a type of darkness to him because he's trying to be better than his parents, because his parents made what's the word I'm looking for? They made compromises to their mortality, like their morality.
So he's all about no
So
compromise.
he's a guy that is not really trying to live in the public eye. He's ashamed of what his family did, but at the same time, he had his family taken away because of the mob and because of like violence and stuff like that. So there's a battle within him.
Like a duality, because
Right.
even though his parents had ties to the mob, it still was wrong for them to kill his parents.
But this type of storyline doesn't work, and a lot of fans hate that. Like Ben Affleck's Batman, like his parents were good people that were killed, but they didn't want to go into it because, Batman's origin has been done to death. So they just kind of like showed that,
Yeah, I know what you guys are saying. Like, some people in the chat are like, well, they want to show more corruption, but
the problem is they've done that.
they-
They've gone this song and dance like
I
so
don't
much
like
the
that,
past
'cause
like 10 years
there
or
has to be
6
some-
years.
there has to be some good example left in the world. Like, you can't have the whole world as corrupt. Like, you're gonna start getting depressed. Like, if you keep making movies where everyone is corrupt and no one is real and nobody helps, no one really tries to do
Exactly.
good or anything.
Yeah.
Like, you have to have some good person in your life. Like, Peter Parker has Aunt May, and she helps him she helps him remember to be a good person. Even though his parents died, it makes sense for his parents to have been good people, because then he can remember their legacy. Like, no offense, like, I know you don't want to talk about this, but the Daredevil movie, for instance,
Ah!
like, his dad was involved with the mob, but at the end he said no to the mob, so he did the right thing at the end. So when his dad died at the end,
Yeah, the whole
then he had somebody to look up to because his dad did the right thing at the end. So he actually had someone to look up to.
the mob hit for the Waynes is one of the laziest, stupid writing things that they've been doing in DC Comics for some Elseworld stories for like the past, I would say probably, it's been almost 10 years that they've been doing this.
I'm not saying that, you couldn't have a different character in which their family was involved with the mob. Like, for instance, there are
Hang on.
characters like that.
Yep, one sec.
Like Huntress.
You're having a giraffe? Is that real? Looks like Walrus knows his stuff about safari animals after all. I'll never look at the blighters the same again.
Now,
Yeah.
just so you know, it hasn't been confirmed yet, though.
I'm
It's
just
just,
saying,
it's a
like,
rumor.
There are characters like Huntress and other people who their family is involved with the mob, but I'm just saying, like, I just feel like Batman's story isn't supposed to be focusing around that. I don't like it.
It's just a rumor, though, honey.
It makes me... It feels like they're hurting the Wayne legacy because I do believe that Batman is more than just Batman. He's also trying to show, like... I really like the Nolan films because his father tried to help in the best way he could, which was, going to charities, writing checks, and helping
Building
his
hospitals,
patients.
yep.
But he didn't do enough. He couldn't do enough because he could only do what, a person with no combat skills could do.
All right, this race
Yep.
is for the win. Cower before the flames of the Ghost Rider's wounded pride. Let's
Got to race Ghost Rider again?
And
Oh my God.
I liked in the Nolan film where, when it came down to it, when a guy had a gun to his dad or whatever, he was kind of weak he wasn't like an alpha male, like he was kind of a weak person because
But the thing is,
he couldn't react fast enough. He couldn't do any combat. He couldn't tell the guy off. He couldn't quick think to save his wife. So in reality, in danger moment, he wasn't brave enough or strong enough to save his wife. But as a person, he was a great human being. He just wasn't a strong enough hero. His dad wasn't a hero. His dad was a good person, but his dad couldn't be a strong... You know what I'm saying?
yeah, the
he
thing
wasn't-
is, they've already done, like, the Joker R-rated movie, they already made the Waynes, like, corrupt. So they don't really need to do it again. Because what's going to happen is this is going to become the new fad now where you're right. You can't, if you have money, then you're a bad person.
That's what I feel like. It's going to make people start thinking like everyone who has money is corrupt, which is a complete falsity.
There are actually good people. There are rich people that are mean, and then there are super rich people that are actually good with their money, and they help a lot of people. So DC needs to go back to how Batman was originally written, because it's gonna cause a lot of problems again, like
Yeah.
with like all these different, and it's kind of like a Hollywood narrative though, like that rich people are all bad, except most Hollywood people are rich and they're bad. So I mean,
Yeah, but also like
it's like the pot calling
I-
the kettle black.
I also believe,
Oops.
like, if you believe in, that God helps people that help others, or if you believe in karma or anything like this, where if you do good to others, then good will come to you, then you have to realize sometimes when you are a good person, sometimes you do have really good things happen to you because you've tried hard your life to work hard and good things happen to you. And I think that that's an important thing to keep going so people believe in that. Otherwise, people will believe in nothing.
Well, it comes back to what they said in the animated series. Like, that Bruce Wayne's dad was like, those that have the most must give the most. Like, they, if you have the most, you have the ability to help more people. It's like giving back. Uh-oh.
Yeah, exactly. Wow, this is such a
okay,
weird race.
this is a weird race. We lost Ghost Rider. He got stuck again, which is fine.
I felt that one in my bones. Okay, I fold. You're pretty
You got stuck by NPCs. So, we got the Ghost Rider cycle from that. Is
Yeah,
there a
it's
train
just-
in this?
It's very dangerous because people, you may not know, like, many people may not know this, but eventually people, like, real life does imitate art, so eventually the ideas that people put in movies, they do affect society eventually. So
yep.
if people keep saying that all rich people are corrupt, they're going to start hating society, and it'll be like that Bane thing where they're dragging people out of their houses, and it's
Yes.
just like terrible. Like you can't start telling people that people who work hard and try hard to,
People get an
you know,
education.
take care of their family and they
Yep.
work hard every day, that they're bad for working hard and
Yep.
making money to take care of their family. That's a very dangerous statement to make.
So that's why, I mean, right now it would be really good is if Ben Affleck can get his series on HBO Max, because then we can see the more traditional like Wayne storyline where his parents didn't do anything wrong and they were still killed by a random act of violence, because that kind of molded Affleck's traditional Batman. And the reason why he went crazy is unfortunately his only Robin died, and then he lost his tether to reality and became a killer. Because he saw that all those years of crime fighting that he did, he lost his son, and then everything that he did up to his life as Batman, like probably 15 years as the Caped Crusader, because he was like 5 years he was bad according to the books.
Yeah, and you're right, Luke. The weirdos in Hollywood are the most hypocritical, because the best example,
They don't want you to know that though.
The best example I can think of is like, there was a woman that went to a $500,000 like a plate event or something, and she wore a dress that was like made of chiffon, and it was like huge, and she wrote all over her dress, it had the writing "Tax the Rich" on it, and she was a politician or whatever. But it's just really interesting that she wrote "Tax the Rich," even though obviously to be at that event she's rich. So it's like, why doesn't she begin? It's like the Michael Jackson song. It's like, why don't you begin with yourself? Start with the man in the mirror. Like, if you think
Talking about the man in the mirror.
Like, if you really think there's a problem, you should start with yourself. Why would you point out others?
Yeah, but don't say that to them, because they'll freak out. They'll
That's
be like,
what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like, she should
exactly.
start with herself. If she has enough money for that dress, she should have given it. Like Mother Teresa, she was invited to this huge buffet, and they were trying to. She had a famous thing where.
Careful, Amber. You can't point out hypocrisy.
I am going to, because Mother Teresa already did it for me, because she's braver than me. Because Mother Teresa was invited to this huge thing with all these politicians, and it was like $90,000 a plate or something. And they were trying to honor her, and she said, "Could you just please take all this food and send it to the people that need it back home where I am?" And she wouldn't eat anything there.
Dang!
Yeah, she was like, she's like, the best thing you could do is just send the food that you're eating now to the people that I'm trying to help. And she wouldn't eat anything there.
That's awesome.
Yeah, she's hardcore. That's why she's awesome. Real deal. Do you know that Mother Teresa wore like the same shoes for like 50 years until like her feet got really messed up? Like, she refused to buy new stuff because she was trying to make a point. Like, her whole life was trying to make a point. Like, she's like, why should I buy new stuff for myself when I'm still working on helping these people that don't have anything? And she did get tons of donations for people there. Like, people say really rotten things about her. They say stuff like that she could have helped people more if she would have, worked better with more organizations and stuff. But she was awesome.
Okay,
she was
cool.
a real deal.
So, if people are just joining, we're basically getting all of Stan Lee. So if you guys see more of Stan Lee, let us know, because I don't have the best vision. We have saved 44 of 50 Stans. So we are close to getting all of Stan Lee. Almost there. I need you guys to holler in the chat with like Stan Lee or hashtag Stan Lee if you see him. And, cause I mean, if he blends in, I'm not going to see him very well, so.
Yeah, exactly, Sons of Gaming. Rules for thee, not for me. Exactly. Yep.
Okay, there we go.
So.
Woohoo. Stanley. And there is another stream that's happening at 8 o'clock tonight, or around 8 o'clock. It's for Jacob, one of our Ultimate members, and it's a Mario stream. So if you guys are into Mario, Halo will not be until like around 10 o'clock tonight. And I don't know how much of Halo is left, but Halo is probably going to get moved to earlier in the day, because we have a ton of Ultimate streams this week. And actually, we have Ultimate streams all the way till Christmas, which is... Actually, no. I need to make an announcement. There is no Ultimate streams on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. Ultimate streams will go until the 22nd, or the 23rd. And then on the 26th, Ultimate streams will resume. We are doing some fun stuff for Christmas Eve and Christmas. So,
Okay.
yeah.
I'll try to make you some food.
But the only video that will be going up on Christmas Day is Christmas with the Kwings, and there'll be a fun like live stream on Christmas Eve. We're probably gonna play like Christmassy themed games or something like that. Have some fun with it, like we did like a while ago, because you know it's kind of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
What? You haven't done anything wrong. But yeah, just so people know, like the whole like Wayne family thing, it's just a rumor. There's no substantial evidence yet. It's just hearsay. But it would follow a precedent of what people have been doing, like by making the Waynes like kind of like bad people.
Because my thing is, like, if you try to say that all people that do well for themselves are bad, then what are you trying to say? Like, what else could they do? What else could have the Waynes done? They did everything they possibly could.
Well, what makes their story so interesting is that they were victims of circumstance. Like they made a poor decision of going down an alleyway, and
I think that
not even a bad part of town.
I think that's the whole point of it.
That's why Batman goes crazy. Is because
I think that's the whole point of it. Is
it was random.
They sacrificed so much to try to prevent crime in the city, and try to help everyone that needed help in the city, and yet out of everyone, any bad person that could have been mugged that night, it was his family who did so much good.
Chuck Dixon said it best.
So that was, I think, the whole point of it, was that
because Chuck Dixon said when you villainize the Wayne family, what you do is you diminish what Batman's role is as a hero, because he essentially goes crazy and dedicates his entire life to stopping crime, which you can't do. Like, it's an unending war that will never, ever end. And, you know, it was a thing of circumstance. Like, it was kind of his fault, because he went someplace that...
he said he didn't want to be at the like, usually he has to leave because he's a little kid. He didn't want to watch the show.
But it was the random act of, like, criminality that created him. If it was a planned mob hit, then, I mean, it diminishes who Batman is.
Then it means that
crime caused him. Like, crime literally was in his family. It would make him kind of like a hypocrite for doing what he does.
Yeah, like, he should have known that would have happened to his family, of course,
because of who they were
involved in. But the fact that they didn't do anything wrong, and they were just trying to be normal people living their day, and they got mugged.
They got yeeted, yeah.
That makes it completely unfair. Like it was wrong. Like his family was wrong.
But then if they were bad guys, then it was just kind of like...
Then it was like, oh, well, they had it coming.
They had it coming, exactly.
So there's nothing wrong, really. Then
right.
you find that out, and you're just like, oh, well, my family was in the mob anyway. I guess it makes sense.
Yeah, there's no reason for me to basically wear black and a cowl jumping off rooftops beating up criminals, because... I am a criminal in a sense. My wealth comes from criminals.
That's exactly right. So it doesn't make any sense.
It's not as compelling.
If his family is in the mob, it just doesn't make any sense for him to be Batman. It would just be stupid.
I mean, he can if he wants to. I mean,
he could, but it doesn't make as much sense. It doesn't make any...
It diminishes
it. It's not as compelling. It
cheapens it.
Exactly. That's exactly it.
Because it makes him almost like... I know that people say that Batman's a criminal because of, all the assault and battery and stuff he does. But at the same time, he's trying to do good. If he is Batman because he knows his parents were bad guys, then it just feels like he's just trying to make amends for his family rather than get vengeance for his family and make sure that no 8-year-old is going to lose their parents to violence. It cheapens the character. And I hate that DC, for Elseworlds, that's fine. But you know that in the future... There's going to be some pansy writer that's going to get a hold of the character, and they're going to retcon Batman in 10 years so that the Waynes were basically bad guys.
It's like there was a famous book written that said, like sometimes bad things happen to good people or something. I never read the book, but basically the book was trying to answer the question of why horrible things happen to people just going about their day, and how you deal with things that are horrible tragedy. And I think that's what the whole point of Batman is. It's like they were good people and they had a horrible thing happen to them, and Batman can't deal with it. So it's like...
Exactly.
And that's why he's able to relate to other people that have horrible things happen to them, because he can know, well, I was wronged as well. My parents were taken from mugging as well.
And especially when Dick Grayson asked in the animated series, I don't understand what I did wrong for this to happen.
Yeah,
and
he
Bruce
can relate to him.
Yeah, Bruce could relate to Robin, and he told him, it wasn't your fault. It was the actions of someone else.
And then he could have been like, well, your parents were in the mob,
but
so you can't understand.
They did the same thing to Dick Grayson's parents. They made, recently...
That's why I don't like... This is exactly exactly why I don't like the Court of Owls. That's what I've been telling you.
No. The Court of Owls is fine. It has nothing to do with that.
Well, I don't like the Court of Owls anyway.
They did. It was either Tom Taylor or somebody else. They made John Grayson cheat on his wife.
Yeah.
So they made John Grayson not a good guy anymore.
Like they wanna flaw the character.
They want to keep making the characters that were
So it's like they
role
deserved
models.
it.
Yeah, exactly. So that they had it coming. Exactly. So it's like if you make these characters bad, then when they die, it's kind of like, oh, good.
Even
I'm glad
though
this happened.
If your family did cheat on each other, they still don't deserve to die. But seeing it as a story, it does cheapen it. It makes them not. It flaws their character.
It makes them. They were already floored to
point
begin
where-
with, though, because I mean, it was John's fault that they died because he stood up to the mob.
Yeah, it's weird because if you make the family cheat on each other, the parents, then they're not unified anymore like they're a happy family.
Mm-hmm.
The family's broken.
Yeah.
So if you have them cheat on each other, it somehow breaks the family. That's
Magneto
what it
in
kind
a
of
golf
does.
cart.
It doesn't make the family like
Oh wow,
it's
this is slow.
not a family anymore.
Oh!
I'm not saying in real life. I'm not trying to say people whose family cheat on each other in real life are broken and don't matter. But I'm saying like for a comic book.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Because in real life, like, if people do cheat, they can always work it out and become a family again, but it's hard.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you gotta work towards it. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, golf cart. Here we go.
But I'm trying to say in case there's people that have had things happen.
But yeah, I mean, I don't like how they take these, because you have to understand it's important for these like superheroes to have a moral compass, like that their parents were kind of better than them, and they're trying to figure out how they're supposed to be in this world. Like, is them becoming a superhero really what their family, is that really the best thing that they could do? And for Dick Grayson and Batman it worked, but then when you make their fathers like actual bad guys, it's like, what are they doing this for then?
Yeah, this is ridiculous. The whole story is
because
just
they actually measure up being a better civilian if they just are law-abiding citizens. Then they don't really need to be superheroes.
Yeah, like exactly. Like it's like, oh well, I don't need to measure up to anyone because my family didn't really do very well anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
So I guess I'll just do the best Yeah, it's almost like the superheroes are trying to measure up to their parents who were kind of unattainable. Like the fact that Batman's dad became a doctor and made all these buildings and everything, it is kind of like an unattainable.
Yeah, but
like,
the
how
fact
could he ever do what his dad
but
did?
in the modern thing, they make it so that he was just trying to make amends for all the bad that he was doing behind the scenes to get that wealth. It just
that
doesn't
really
work.
cheapens
Yeah,
it.
I don't like that.
And also, it's
That would be like making, for Marvel fans, that would be like making Uncle Ben like oh my gosh, did you just see that?
Yeah, she looked at you.
Okay, that would be like making Uncle Ben, like this, really great, nice guy, a criminal, like a thief or something like that. Like Uncle Ben died because he was a criminal. Like that's what, like, for you Marvel
fans.
fans.
To say like he deserved it. Uncle
Yeah,
Ben
that would be
deserved
like
it.
Spider-Man still lamenting over Uncle Ben's death when Uncle Ben was like a bank robber or something. It doesn't work. Taking this like really edgy approach to these characters, it ruins those characters' superhero origins. Because it's like they're trying to, basically honor their parents' memory and stuff like that. Can you see Spider-Man becoming Spider-Man because Uncle Ben died because Uncle Ben was a criminal? Like, Uncle Ben was like, say Uncle Ben died during like a car thing, and Peter was his accomplice. Would Peter really become Spider-Man, or would Peter become the Green Goblin? Peter would become the Green Goblin, not Spider-Man. Norman Osborn would probably become Spider-Man in that universe.
I mean, here's my thing.
Doesn't work.
He would, but everyone always has a choice. Like, if your family does the wrong thing, you could still choose to be good, but the story isn't as compelling because it's hard to tell as a comic book.
Mm-hmm. Here's another analogy for people. It's like a building. Like you have a firm foundation of what the characters are, and then you go to the foundation and you blow it up, and you hope that it still stands on itself and it has the same like moral compass that it did before. But you've basically destroyed the foundation, and you're hoping that the building will still stand up, even though you basically melted the bars that's holding the building up. Like, eventually the building's going to fall over because what made the building so strong is now gone. That's what, they're doing to these superhero origins.
It's like if you
It doesn't work.
It's like if you took Luke Skywalker and you made Ben Kenobi actually the real evil one. And then you
Anakin
found out
was
that Anakin was doing the right thing.
Yeah.
And you switched everything, and it was like, wait, Ben was using me this whole time? Because then everything that Ben said...
Who is the villain now, Ben?
Then
hello
everything
there.
that Ben Kenobi said to inspire Luke Skywalker is forfeit, because all of his inspiration is wrong, because, like, he's not a good person. Yeah, if you
modern comics equals how to ruin the characters you love. Exactly. So I'm just saying, if they made... So you Marvel people can relate. If they made Ben Parker this, a high epitome of, like, a very moral conscious, good father figure to Spider-Man, and they made him a criminal, and his death was the result of doing something bad, you cannot have Peter Parker become Spider-Man because of Ben Parker. Because it's what happened to Ben, that random act of violence, or in the Sam Raimi case, his own actions that led to his uncle's death because of crime, that made Spider-Man who he is. If you take those foundation blocks away from these characters, they can't be heroes in the sense that you're thinking. It won't work. It's not relatable to people because most people are not criminals.
I know, Luke.
I mean, they're kind of becoming criminals in today's society.
But Luke, most criminals are in jail, so most people that are actually at the movie theater aren't watching from jail. So most people wouldn't relate to a criminal because...
Yeah, exactly.
And if they have criminals in their family, they usually don't talk to them very much. Like, for instance, Miles Morales. He doesn't talk to his uncle a lot because his uncle doesn't want to get him in trouble with the police. So some people, like I have some people that have gone to prison and jail in my family. They don't talk to my family very much because they don't want to get my family in trouble. So it's like, if you have criminals in your family, they don't usually interact with the rest of your family very much because they don't want to cause trouble.
Yep.
So most people who are law-abiding citizens, no, they don't really relate to criminals because it's not good to relate to criminals. Otherwise, you might become one. So, I don't know what we're talking about.
Thank you so much, Richard, for the super chat.
Thanks for the super chat. Alternate plotline for Empire Strikes Back was revealing that Obi-Wan Kenobi was the real villain. Oh, really?
Wow.
In real life, Richard? Wow.
That's cool.
Thanks for the super chat, Richard. Thank you so much.
Spider-Man.
I have the ground. Yeah, and Fergus says I have the ground instead of the high ground. I just have the ground.
I just have the ground. Yeah.
It's not the powers that make the hero, just not like the suit that makes the man. Definitely Drago.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, exactly.
Yep.
Thank you so much for the super chat, Richard. Yeah, it's your moral compass that makes you, like Batman says. He stares into the abyss every day.
Look at Stan.
Oh, wow.
They're electrocuting poor Stan. How do we save him? Oh my gosh, this is kind of dark.
He stares into the abyss every day, but he decides not to go into it.
Yeah, but in this new movie, it's like, I'm kind of interested to see what they do.
It's like he's crawling out of the abyss and trying to figure out what...
Excelsior! Alright, so we're almost done with Stan Lee, I think. Let's see, we have 2 more Stans to find. So we'll call this section the last of the Stan Lees. Final Stan Lees. More Stan Lee. 2 hours, 2 minutes, and 30 seconds. Last of Stan Lees. Last of... I spelled it wrong. Last Stan Lees. There we go. And guys, this was all Stan Lee. All the remaining Stan Lees. We only have 2 left. Let's see. Where is Stan? Where is Stan the man?
Oh, they wrote the alternate storyline so as to not spoil the I Am Your Father scene. Oh, wow, Richard. Cool. Interesting. Thank you so much for the super chat, Richard. Yeah, he told me enough. He told me you killed him. Yeah. Thank you, Richard.
And there's something I must reveal then. I'm your father.
I mean, only... If we didn't see the movie, the prequels, honestly, it's just Anakin. It's only Anakin and Obi-Wan's word for what actually happened in the lava area.
Mm-hmm.
In reality, anything could have happened. There could be an alternate Earth reality where, another thing happened and Obi-Wan just went like crazy and just started like you know, jumping around and trying to destroy Anakin.
Hey guys, we're trying to find the last two. Oh my gosh, what's happening? Mario Sports, what is going on? Oh my gosh, no. I don't want that to happen. I'm surprised that we haven't had our stream cut out.
Oh, what happened?
The Mario stream was...
Oh, wow, I'm so sorry.
No.
The bat says, the difference between you and me is we both looked into the abyss, but when it looked back, you blinked.
Yep.
Says Batman to Owlman.
Yep, that's
I
a
don't
great
quite
line.
understand that, but I guess Owlman decided to go down a dark path.
That's a great line. Guys, where is... Do they say in the chat, honey, where the last two Stan Lees are?
Does anyone know where the last two...
We only need two
Circus
more.
again, Luke. Flying above the tent, says Timothy.
Aha! Thank you.
Thanks, Timothy, and...
Appreciate that, guys.
Tony and everyone.
Yeah, so... And then there's only one more Stan Lee after that. We're getting all Stan Lee.
I wonder how cold it is in Europe right now, says Emily. I mean, maybe it depends where in Europe, but I mean, Europe is a pretty big place. But...
I mean, right now, in this part of Pennsylvania, it's 32 degrees.
But yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. Has the news said that Europe is cold right now?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Wait, where they said Stan is where? Oh, there he is. Can we pop his balloon?
Wow, Luke, you're just gonna send him flying down. Unbelievable.
I did.
Wow.
Does it count? Yeah, we saved him.
You saved him by destroying him.
He's fine.
Where's my award for best cameo?
You're welcome, Stan. All right, so where's the last Stan Lee then?
Thank you for the merge. Thanks, Simons. You're breathtaking. That was the quote, Amber. Oh, wow, Sons of Gaming. Okay, thank you.
Where's the final Stan Lee now?
When is Power Rangers? We had a Power Rangers
We're in stream yesterday.
and we had a video go up today.
Yeah, we did. Guys, where's the final Stan Lee now?
He is fine landing on the soft tent, Amber. Okay.
He's fine landing on the soft tent.
Thank you, Sons of Gaming.
I don't see the final Stan Lee.
And the best cameo award goes to... That's right, OH.
Did we get all Stan? Is that it?
Does anyone know where the last one is in Deadpool's room, says Timothy.
Are we sure? Okay.
I mean, we're guessing that's where it is.
We're guessing. Okay, that's good enough for me. Let's go to the helicarrier then.
I think the pizza went bad, so there's nothing. I have to make the salad at home.
You have to make the salad. Save Stanley. Bum.
Deadpool room, says John.
Oh gosh.
What is after this? Halo?
Nope. Mario.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, guys. Ultimate Selects Part 2 Mario Sluggers. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Part 2 by our...
Oh, that's cute. You found my old thumbnail.
Yeah, I found your design.
Oh.
I
You
try to...
like it?
Yeah, I try to keep all your designs.
Look, that's very sweet.
Yeah. Alright, guys. Time for Stan Lee. Final one.
Oh, Jacob says he'll probably be late to the stream.
It's gonna be 8:30, Jacob.
He's not in the chat. He wrote it in the other chat.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Hi. He wrote it 15 minutes ago. Jacob, are you in the chat here or?
So Spider-Man and the Fantastic Four are gonna be the ones who save Stan Lee. Then.
No, thank you for the stream, Jacob.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
Very much so. I'm very appreciative of it.
Final Stan Lee.
Long live Stan Lee, says
That's
Tony
right.
Stark.
Long live Stan Lee.
Batman was saying that he's better because, unlike Owlman, he stayed a hero, says the Bat. Oh, yeah, you're right,
Oh,
the Bat.
there he is.
did.
Look at that, Amber. He's right there.
Where?
He's right under there.
I don't see him.
He's right under there. He's squirming.
Oh, he's under there.
How do we save him? Do we have to...
So, Owlman was the version of Batman in which he became bad.
There we go, Amber. Last Stan Lee. There it is. You get to play Stan Lee.
Oh, wow.
No way.
Yes way.
Yes way. You get to play Stan Lee. Holy cow.
We should have him hang out with Spider-Man.
Oh, so he permanently stays in Deadpool's room?
No, I think you can push triangle. You can become Stan Lee. You can be two Stan Lees.
What?
He's gonna hang out in his room and he'll be
Whoa! Where'd he go?
Push hold in triangle and become Stan Lee.
Okay, well, unlock Stanley.
Okay, there we go.
Where is he? I thought...
He's under
Oh,
S.
he's already unlocked. He's right there.
There we go.
Hey!
And now
Of course he has Spider-Man powers. Of course. Yup. Yup,
Stan
he's
is so
Spider-Man.
cute.
He's Spider-Man. Stan Lee is playable. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I like that.
I feel like a lot of people in this chat could teach a philosophy class on good and evil based
Of course.
on comic
Yeah.
books.
Yeah.
Because you guys were talking about some hardcore good versus evil stuff today.
Yeah,
That's what they do in the ethics class in school.
Yeah, if
they
you're-
talk about what's right and wrong.
if Ben Parker was bad, then there's no reason for Spider-Man to even, it's because of what happened to Ben and all that other stuff that Spider-Man became who he was. If Ben was like a poor example of a human, then Peter would have nothing to strive for. Same for Bruce Wayne. If his parents were corrupt, why would Bruce Wayne want to try to be a better person when he would be really no different than his parents? I mean, sure, he had Alfred to help him, but it's like he's...
So what you're saying is Stan was no spring chicken when he wrote the story for Spider-Man. He wrote it on purpose like that.
Stan was a very good writer. He started out at DC, actually, but then he didn't want to stay because he didn't think, he didn't want to write for gods, basically.
I also
he
thought,
wanted to write characters that were more human.
Didn't Stan also say that every time he tried to introduce a new character, they didn't want any new characters?
Something like that.
Because they already had, Wonder Woman, Batman, and Superman.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
didn't really need a lot of new characters.
They didn't need any new comic book characters or something
And he
like
was
that.
like, well, I want to make more characters. And they were just like, nah, we're good.
Stan Lee made comic book characters vulnerable, and because of what Stan Lee did at Marvel with Spider-Man and the Fantastic Four and the X-Men, DC by the 1970s and 80s, they started to basically change their characters to make them more human.
I wish you would have gotten a screenshot of them on the elevator. That was cute.
That would have been cute, yeah. All right, so we did it, guys. Stan Lee is unlocked. Excelsior!
Screenshot!
Woo! Oh, I don't know how to screenshot.
Just do the button. There you go. Next to Spider-Man.
Next to Spidey. Oh, it looked like they were kind of like they were doing a
picture.
buddy thing. Wait. Spider-Man, turn your head. No.
Wait, let me come in.
No. We're gonna
have him there.
have him.
Come on, Stan.
Okay, Spidey. No.
Spidey
no.
is just not being a good
Spidey!
picture person.
You're not being a very good picture person. You gotta have your arm around
You
Stan.
could go on the elevator again. There! Do it! Oh, yes! Oh, that's cute. Oh, now Spider-Man ruined it.
Spider-Man, you ruined it.
What are you doing,
I
Spider-Man?
don't know what Spidey's doing. He doesn't know what he's doing. Okay, so
Alright,
there we go. So all of Stan Lee is unlocked. Tomorrow will be the last of the gold bricks. Will be tomorrow, I think. How many gold bricks do we have left? Maybe the last of the gold bricks will be tomorrow. This series is going to be done by Friday.
People said it can transform if you hold X.
What? No way! He can be the Hulk too? He's Spider-Man and the Hulk? What? What? He's a wow.
So he can shoot webs and
He can do all Spider-Man's powers and he can be the Hulk. Wow. That's absolutely amazing. That's amazing. That's the amazing Stan the Man. All right. That's awesome. Tomorrow will be the rest of the as many of the gold bricks as possible. And yeah, we'll be playing as Stan Lee tomorrow. Like a lot. Stan Lee's going to be running around doing some fun stuff. So we have to get the next stream set up, guys, which is going to be the Wii Mario something, and Halo will be later tonight. Thank you so much for all the super chats. I didn't realize that you guys are amazing. Thank you for all your questions. We hope you enjoyed the topics tonight. And as always, please keep the Spider-Man spoilers to a minimum for people that are going to see the movie this weekend. Just, think of it like yourself. Like, you're really excited to see something, whether you're a Marvel fan or not. Say it was like a DC film or an anime film that you're super excited about, and you don't want that spoiled. So do unto others as you would do unto yourself. That's what I ask of you guys as our community. You're all amazing. You're breathtaking, and we will see you with Mario in a little bit. We got to put the system. We got to shut off the program here, and then we have to put batteries in the Wiimote and all that fun
Okay.
stuff. All right, guys. God bless and happy gaming. Stan Lee is unlocked, and tomorrow will be more gold bricks. This series will be over after the 31st episode this Friday.
Alright, see you guys in 20 minutes. See ya!
Excelsior!